You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about? You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
All right, check this out. We are
This
live.
I love this wall right here, cuz on my mama. Let me know we understand the same shit.
There you go. All right, we are live. Haters Only Podcast, episode number 14.
Say what?
Everyone in the building, let us know if you can hear us.
Say it loud though.
You want your headphones louder or you
Nah,
good?
them clean BD.
All right, we good.
Nah, fuck that pause, cause BD is like BM. Blue D,
There you go. That sounds better.
my nigga. My low. It's
All
a
right.
beautiful world, man. Y'all don't know the essays and the rips push the same color. If y'all didn't know, I can't believe he represented so hard. I should have popped up with a blue rag on. I can't believe it. My bad.
All right, salute to everybody in the building. I guess we are hot. Let's go ahead and turn the camera on in 3, 2, 1. There we are.
Bam.
It'll be live up there for you in a few seconds. This one lags, but you'll be up there.
I ain't tripping.
Salute to everybody in the building. Today is Friday. Haters Only Podcast, episode number 14. Spider Loco, what's up, my boy? How you doing?
I just want to know why it's like, instead of haters only, why is it not like haters not allowed? Like, I know you waiting for somebody to ask you that question.
Haters not allowed.
Instead of haters only.
It flows better.
Okay.
Members only, right? You know how there's members only?
I used to have the members only jackets.
Okay, members
Yeah.
only. So I switched to the haters only because everybody been here be talking shit, bro. And I let them talk shit. I don't be blocking nobody, unless they get carried away.
Of course.
But other than
Has
that,
anybody else ever put you on the spot, ask you that question?
nah,
Say less.
not at all.
I think that's how the night gonna go. Let's go. Let's interview each other. Let's go.
Hey, and this is a podcast, so you could look up there, you could look at me, whatever. I don't give a shit. You don't have to be no fucking eye contact unless you wanted to.
No, I'm gonna just keep it natural. I want to first of all thank you for the invite. For those that follow me to any degree, they aware of how I appreciate your content, your presence on the internet. We just met today for the first time, but for over a year or some change, maybe a couple years, I've been fond of what you got doing. I expressed that. You showed the respect back, and we maintained a level of respect online. And I just salute you for having this finally kick it off and being in the same room. Cause TheHaterWorld, what's up to the haters only? My nigga Blue Devil, SPI, I'm in the building. You already know what it is, what it do.
Salute, bro. You already know. Likewise. To everybody that's in here, you guys can scan that QR code that's down below. It'll take you to all our websites, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that stuff. If not, follow us on Instagram at TheHaterWorld, and also follow HaterWorld Clips. Let them know where they can find you, bro. I know you on Instagram.
Spotterloke Most Easty on Instagram. Spotterloke Most Easty, the number 7. My page was took down for about 8 or 9 months, man, and I finally
Instagram,
got
right?
it back on Instagram. Spotterloke Most Easty, the number 7, and on YouTube we just Spotterloke. YouTube.com/Spotterloke Most Easty. That's where we located, and that's where the loke ate it up. So we just doing it right there on them 2 locations for the most. Curtis SPI Williams on Facebook. But we here and there, you know what I'm saying? We in the black box politicking. This look like the Blue Room right now. From the Blue Room to the black box. My first popular studio was called the Blue Room. And a lot of people that follow me from then to now, they kind of like call my journey, since I'm in the black box now, from the Blue Room to the black box. Blue Devil done got me back in the Blue Room. On my
So the black box, that's where I see Nipsey Hussle at, right?
Man, neighborhood Nip the Crip, because y'all don't know, on these walls in here, you don't see number Tupac and Nipsey, multiple photos. Y'all can't see it. But yeah, neighborhood Nip, he came to the black box, because the reason why I chose to stuck with the black box as a brand, to be honest, the reason why I became the black box initially was totally unintentional. The reason why the walls got painted black was because of a totally random reason. And then I started going live there. And the reason why I chose myself to market it and brand it is because Neighborhood Nip gave me a shout out there. And then very shortly thereafter, he lost his life. So once he kind of like stamped it as the black box as a thing, and then he lost his life, I chose to just ride the black box out for the whole marathon. You did.
Just keep it, yeah.
Yeah.
He already has stamped it.
So even when it's a brand new location, it's still gonna be the black box. We're gonna still set it up to be a black situation. Yeah.
Now the question is, what was he doing there? Was he gonna shoot a video?
No, what happened was, you know, I put Nipsey Hussle in his very first music video. It's a song called "Come Smoke One with Us." Y'all can go check that out in the early 2000s. And then shortly thereafter, I had went on a hiatus from the game and not fucked with it at all. And he was grinding, rising to his level of success that he once achieved. And throughout that 7 to 10 year gap that I had took, when I fell back in the game and started tapping in with him, he was popping.
Yeah.
And he embraced me, and we started politicking together. But just so happened that moment, shout out to Puto, my nigga Puto from Great Street Wild. Ooh, everybody know. 1, 2, 3 up top. But anyway, he introduced me to Nipsey like in 02. I met him. And so that's why I was able and fortunate enough to have him in my studio in the Blue Room, and we was able to do the song "Come Smoke One with Us" back in the day, and So Fly. So when his shit got to popping hard, like right before he passed, while he was preparing the victory lap and all that, and we reunited, and he was keeping me in his company. You got to keep me on track. What question was I trying to answer, Blue Devil?
Shit, I'm worse than you, homie.
Right, so no, he was asking
the reason why he was there at the black box.
Bam. So he had been to the black box once before. Because all right, keep me on track. I'm gonna just keep it hood. Fuck it. On God, I remember one time because I was the first time he came to the black box, it was through us having a conversation on text message, and I was trying to hold him accountable for something, and he just so happened to ask me where I was at. And he was in Watts. I was in Compton. And then he was like, I'm going to pull up. He pulled up. We talked about it. It's the first time he came to the black box. But the second instance, I wasn't in the black box. I was ducked off in the hotel room some miles away doing my thing. And Puto happened to post a picture with Rick Ross, the rapper.
The rapper.
In a big studio.
Miami.
Yeah, Miami, the dude. So I'm like, damn. And then he posted a picture like with Nipsey as well. So I called Puto, or I text Nipsey, one of the other. I don't know which I did first, but I called Tupac, I called Puto, and I also text Nipsey, and I sent them a link to my, I sent them a clip of my Wake and Bake intro with all the people saying my name.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Nipsey.
For your YouTube.
Yeah, for YouTube.
Yeah.
So I sent it to Nipsey. He was like, I need a drop for this right here. He was like, for sure, SPI. And then some hours later, he texted me, or some days later, he texted me back and was like, hey, send me that thing again, giving me the indication he was really finna knock it out.
Oh,
so
shit.
When I saw Puto and Rick Ross on the SSL board, I knew they was at the studio somewhere out in Hollywood. In my mind, Puto was finna get the drop from Nipsey from me out there at that big studio.
Okay.
That's all I thought. like I told you, I was out of town in the hotel room. When I got back to town, I'm kind of anxious, like, cuz, you got the drop? He like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, where it's at? He said, I left it in your studio on the camera. I'm thinking still I'm finna see dude out at that big studio somewhere. I was so surprised when I looked at it. And I didn't even know he was there that time.
So he was at your studio without you
Without
being there?
me being there. There you
Oh,
go. Yeah.
fuck.
Neighborhood nip the crib, love you, cuz.
Hey, so you said you know him since 2001.
Like 2002, 3, yeah.
That was when you were still with Death Row, right?
It was right after Death Row.
So
The person who introduced me to him, he and I worked in a phone booth in Watts on Compton Avenue and 103rd, similar to the I got the hookup shit. It was during the Boost Mobile days.
okay.
And
With Master Pete.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my best friend to this day became my best friend back in those days. And I realized he was a producer after we got to working in the spot together. We talked about the industry. He had no idea of my Death Row experience. And what I
Nipsey,
did,
right?
No, Puto.
Okay.
He just my best friend. He's
Okay,
from Grape. And
gotcha.
at that time, we just became best friends. We became co-workers in the shopping center in a little I got the hookup type booth.
Okay.
And me hearing him talk about his aspiration with hip hop, he make beats and shit like that. It's a nigga who got like records with O.T. Greedo, Nipsey Hussle, what's your boy name from Broadway, Perico.
G. Perico,
He got
yeah.
records with them from way back, like Puto, like niggas know who my little Loki is, right? So what happened was, dang, see, I did it again. I forgot the story. I be trying to give a detail.
Shit, fuck.
Puto and Nipsey, something about Puto and Nipsey.
No, how you met Nipsey in 01.
Oh yeah, so early. So I met him initially. Me and Puto working in the phone booth and all that. It was just a time where neither Puto or myself had a vehicle. We needed a ride, and he like, my boy Ermi is gonna pull up. And I remember Nipsey had a white Aurora at the time. I wasn't introduced to him as Nipsey. He was Ermias. Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you. My Puto had became my partner, my best friend, and we used to work in this phone booth today. And I remember one day I was in the very first issue of King magazine.
Okay.
And I had been with this nigga for some months and not told him nothing about what I had been through. And I remember just one day bringing the magazine to work and just putting it on the motherfucking counter and letting him go first page, the second page, the third page.
Yeah.
And just let him see it for himself and how that shit happened. So during that period of time, he introduced me to Nipsey. And then once it turned into the G Unit shit, I remember Puto telling me, hey, you remember my boy Ermias? He really doing his rap shit? Woo, woo, woo. And then that's when me and Nipsey reconnected, and I was able to invite him to the Blue Room. And the first time he came to the Blue Room, we did 2 records that night. Shout out to my homie
So
Baby Seven.
you got records out with Nipsey?
I was fortunate and blessed enough to have 3 records.
Oh, shit.
2 before he was big, and then right like a couple weeks before he passed, the biggest one he gave me called Count on You.
Now, that one, well, he was already big, right?
Yes.
He didn't charge you for that?
Listen to me, I had a deal with Cleopatra Records,
Okay.
and we were putting a project together, and they were telling me what they were interested in was features. They were willing to pay for features. At the same time, Nipsey gave me a record, right? So I called Nipsey one day. I'm like, cuz, I want a lump in my throat, nervous. I'm like, I think I might could maybe get a check from these white boys for this check for this record, bro. I'm like, maybe you think that if they do cut the check, bro, you could give me like half or like maybe some or a percentage of the money.
Yeah.
Before I get out my mouth, he was like, I want no money SPI. I'm like,
that's what he said.
neighborhood. He like, on my mind, he like, also, my next thing was like, what if they like just want to make what they want to pay you direct? I swear to God, before I get out my mouth, his response was, they cut me a check, I cut you a check.
Shit.
I love you, hood, on the set, cuz. So
That's some homie love right there, bro. That's rare like a motherfucker.
the whole way the record came about was, like I said, when I had the buzz and I was popping and nobody knew who he was, I invited him to my studio.
That's why.
We did 2 records that night, and we did a video to one. And then when it was his turn, what happened was I had sent him a record called Best Friend. Shout out to my homeboy Nina Boy from 6ix9ine, neighborhood Nina from the 9.
The YouTuber?
The YouTuber, yeah.
right.
I did a record with Nina Boy, and I love the record so much that I had went out my way. I had sent it to Jadakiss, Mozzie, Nipsey, and I gave it to Whack Ho No 100 for Savvy Third.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to impress Nina Boy because when we went to the studio and Nina Boy laid the hook in the beat, he invited me to the studio. And I was just dropping my verse. So he figured he would leave and be able to do what he wanted with the record.
Nina
But
Boy.
Nina Boy.
Yeah.
But I liked the record so much and realized it had some potential I got to begging him and politicking like, "Cuz, let me have a record, let me control it. I'm gonna get a good feature on the third and make it something." So I sent it to Jadakiss, Mozzie, Nipsey, and Wacko No Honey bitch ass got opportunity to be a part of the maybe because he was in touch with Savvy. I didn't know Savvy, he was just popping early. So I was trying to build the record and surprise Nina Boy. I'm like, I'm gonna get a feature for the third verse.
Yeah.
So throughout the process, a couple years of me fucking with Nipsey about the verse, tapping in, catching up. One day I went to the studio, just me, him, and J-Rock in there. And he played, and G, his engineer G. His first time he made G, played the record. He walked around the studio. He mumbled the song over and over again. I remember texting Puto like, he finna do it, cuz. We had been waiting on him to do it for years. And then finally he like turned the music off and he came and told me, he was like, I've been trying to fuck with this record, but the song is Best Friend and it's a real soulful record. And Fats had just died. And he like, but this shit just like keep my nigga on my mind, that Best Friend shit, cuz.
Yeah.
He like, I can't really like, so I'm like, I feel you, cuz. But I still felt like he kind of played me at that moment. And I left the studio that day kind of hot. I remember texting Puto like, cuz, that nigga bullshitted, cuz, woo, woo, woo. So time passed. And I remember he FaceTimed me one morning. Neighborhood, I love you, hood. He FaceTimed me one morning, cuz, and he was like, hey, cuz, check this out, Spider. I got this song playing, this Best Friend shit, cuz I'm trying to write to it. It ain't really flowing for me. He was like, but if you want me to force it, I'll force it. He said, but I got a record I can send you. And if you want it, you can just have that and we rock with that. I'm like, for sure, cuz, send it. And the record he sent me was the record Count on You. I can remember, cuz, getting the record on email, on text message, playing it, and I'm playing it on repeat so many times to where I'm crying, cuz, like snots and boogers and all that. Like, I'm in the room by myself, though. Nobody there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm listening to the record, and I'm like, damn, cuz, just bless me. I'm loving this shit so much. And then I guess I was taking so long to call him back to give him my response.
He thought you didn't like it.
He FaceTimed me.
Yeah.
Blue Devil on my mama, cuz when I seen him, you know, my first mind is to like grab my t-shirt, clear my face or something. But then I said, fuck that. I answered it just how I was
like
looking.
That? Okay.
I'm like, what up, cuz? He so, you know, Nipsey, he so no emotion, so calm. He like, what up, cuz? You fuck with that? He see what I'm going through, but he don't acknowledge it all. He like, you fuck with it? I'm like, I love you, cuz. Fuck with it, cuz. He like, night bud. He like, cuz, if you need the instrumental in
the whole works.
I'll send it to you, cuz. Just give me woo. I swear to God, cuz, on my daughters, my dead homies, my grandbaby, cuz, he told me, he was like, cuz, if you want to take Bino off, cuz, you could take Bino off, but I fuck with cuz. I'm like, nah, cuz, I don't want to take him off. That shit hard like it is. So he was like, yeah, we do the video and all that. Cuz gave me the record.
Video 2?
He died like less than 2 weeks later, cuz.
Oh, shit.
You know what I went through to try to, you know how hard it was to convince somebody that cuz gave me this?
Yeah, bro, I bet somebody sent you an invoice, homie.
No, look, this what happened, cuz, on my mama. I put the record out, right? First, I was hollering at Adam. Shout out to Adam. And I was trying to go through the protocol. All money in, Adam. 60's
Okay,
Adam. His brother, his boy. Shout out to Black Sam, Adam. To
get it cleared, right?
Yeah, I made him. When he first died, I didn't want to be like tacky, but I wanted to make sure those that mattered was aware off top. Before I didn't want to wait down the line.
Yeah, facts.
So I even got that Bino who was on the hook. He acted like a hoe about it, and then I put it out. 2 weeks later, I put it out on my YouTube.
With your verse on it after, right?
Yes.
You added a verse to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was the purpose was for me getting a record. And what happened was, I remember J Stone got in my, when I posted it, J Stone got in my comments like, we ain't releasing no music on the homie right now. And I responded like, well, who is we and who make the final decision?
Facts.
And then he said some other little smart shit. And out of respect, I took it down. And at the same time, Pac-Man had got in my DM about it.
Yeah.
He like, the homies want to holler at you. They want you to come to the marathon store. I'm like, marathon store for what? This is when it was 1,000. It was, man, whatever.
Yeah, right after.
Yeah, right after. Like,
yeah,
man,
right
I'm like,
after.
for
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
He like, they don't like the way you put my brother's song out.
Fuck that.
I'm like, that's my brother. That's my song. And it ended up like kind of like
So
dry.
they thought you were trying to use them for clout, bro.
Yes, of
That's
course.
what it sounds like.
Of course. So what happened was, shout out to Pac-Man, Nightbud to the neighborhood, because I give him a lot of respect because he approached me like that. And then a few weeks later, I guess after doing this research, he got back in my DM and was like, bro, my bad. I didn't know. You know how shit is right now.
Yeah, they were hot.
And he realized that, I think he talked to G, the engineer, Nipsey engineer. But Jay Stone never doubled back and said nothing. I don't know how he feel, but he tried to tell me I didn't have the right to put the Nipsey record out. But I'm going to keep it a Google with the world on my mama. I uploaded the song to the regular streaming services like we do.
Yeah, so copyright that shit for you.
Bro.
What happened?
Cause 5 days, that shit ran up so much money, bro, that I've never seen in my life. And somebody, somewhere, they put a cease on my shit. When I go through all the effort to try to figure out who blocked my shit, there's no name, no Atlantic. You can't find it out, but none of the streaming services would accept my record.
For real? To this day still?
I haven't tried it since then. I kind of like just let it be.
The bread got stuck? Somebody took
stopped.
it? Somebody took it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah. And guess what the name of the record is? It's called Count on You. The Nipsey left me the record on his marathon saying, I know I could count on you, SPI. He had access to the whole world, the whole industry, everybody is fingertips.
Yeah.
He gave me the record that said, I'm out of here, bro. I know I could count on you. Oh, my.
That's some trippy shit, dog. To think about it that way, like that, like right before he was gone.
Yes.
That's some wild shit.
Yes.
But you know, it was all love for you looking out from back in the day. That's where it come from.
Well, I appreciate him on that level so much because I learned that he was one of the only people that was heavily saturated in the industry that I encountered that was actually in possession of a conscience that I could play on.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to keeping it to the script principles and morals and integrities, all you can do is play on a nigga conscience. Like, are you really about what you said?
Yeah.
And if I've seen you commit yourself to certain things, then I know if I carry myself accordingly, I should be able to hold you accountable to certain stuff.
Yeah.
And what I've learned in this industry, when you approach people with that decision, they don't have no problem taking the bullshit route.
Yeah, because they think they're somebody already.
Yes.
They're paid. They don't got to deal with the little guy no more. Who the fuck are you? I made it.
And Nipsey was an individual that when it got to those points where I got a chance to remind him what principles would dictate that we would go through, he wasn't big enough to say,
That's
you're
dope.
right. I'm with that. I'm going to keep it hood with you, SPI.
Bro,
love.
most motherfuckers would have forgot about the favors once they got big.
And I'm going to tell you, the one conversation I had with him, I didn't even mean to bring this up, but I remember I was like, cuz, I don't understand. Like, this is before I got the record. I'm like, cuz, I don't understand, cuz, like, woo. I've been in the studio with you 10, 12, 15, 20 times over the last so many years. And we ain't did no work, cuz. I just come and kick it. And Nipsey response to me was like, SPI, I don't look at it like that. He was like, the way I look at it, you always had your doors open for me. And my doors always be open for you.
Yeah.
And he was saying that under the sense that I have been to, like I said, multiple sessions that were kind of exclusive that he would allow me to come and just kick it.
Yeah.
And he was making a point, and my response was, yeah, cuz I feel you, cuz, but when you came to my studio, not only was the studio door open, the booth door was open. And that was like where the conversation kind of left. He kind of like, you right. And then that kind of got our conversation onto another direction where it led. But that was just one of the moments that we had where we weren't necessarily agreeing with each other and got past the moment of what we was talking about, that what the dynamic was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, bro.
Man, the Keyway Christ, love you, bro. Oh, mama. Nice bud.
Hey, we took it a little too far. I wanted to start back in your death row days, bro.
Who you?
But you know what? Fuck it though. You know that I'm gonna clip that shit up right there, and that'll be a story about Nipsey Hussle. You already know. Bro, you started off as Death Row before G Unit, right? Indeed,
Yes, sir. I was the row.
So yeah, that's right. That was after that fool Suge Knight got out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
He started the THA row, right?
ROW, yep.
That's when he did a video with a fucking the handcuff cut in half.
Yep.
That's it, right?
Yep.
How did you get involved, bro, with Death Row?
I remember, man, getting out of prison in 99 and just telling everybody I know, because the news and everybody was saying Suge Knight was coming home at such and such a date. I used to tell everybody, East Coast, cuz, when Cuz come home, I'm going to make it my business to meet him within 30 days from him coming home. I'm going to meet him.
Yeah.
I used to tell all my homies that, everybody, I'm like, Cuz, I'm going to meet Cuz in 30 days. Then when it finally announced Suge Knight released from prison, in those 30 days, I made absolutely zero effort to actually meet him. I kind of like bullshitted on what I said.
Yeah.
But I promise you, on all my daughters, my sons, my mama, and all that, he went out 30 days, and somebody called me and said, "Shit, want to meet you."
Fuck.
Yeah,
So you manifested that shit.
Cause I got a hip hop story that ain't really like. If you looking for little magic moments, I got a gang of them. I could not see this coming, bro. My big homie Ant, rest in peace, Big Ant from 9-7 East Coast. He used to fuck with Magic from 8-7 Gangsta, Magic a legend in these hip hop elements and the East Side streets. Just if you'll figure it out. But anyway, Magic had a situation called Done Deal Records, and Eastwood was his artist. Eastwood,
The one that's with Master P now.
Eastwood with Magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He been.
Yeah, no, on my mama.
I don't think he is right now,
No,
but he was.
no, he was. Yeah, because Jughead, he put me in touch with the homie Jughead from 40s. Eastwood did that.
Is that the same Eastwood that Snoop Dogg's always rapping about?
No.
Or back in the day, Snoop Dogg used to always say Eastwood?
No. Snoop Dogg used to use that as a AKA for himself.
I get you.
He was young Eastwood.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just an AKA. But Eastwood came from Eastwood because he grew up half on the east side of South Central and Inglewood. So he combined the two. And he a non-affiliate gangster type nigga. So that was his aura. But at the time, Magic from 8-7 had a label called Done Deal Records. And Eastwood was his premier artist.
Okay.
And Eastwood was also in a group with Corrupt and them called YA at the same time. Even though Eastwood was like a throwaway baby, a foster kid, he always was blessed to find himself amongst a high level of friendship, and he always fell amongst, I don't know what he was just ordained to be around high shit, even though his origin didn't dictate it. So just so happened, Magic used to run around Done Deal Records. My big homie, rest in peace, Big Ant from my set, was Magic's best friend.
Okay.
So they secured a meeting with Suge Knight on some Done Deal Records shit. And during that meeting, Suge Knight was describing the type of artist he was looking to sign. And amongst the qualifications that he was describing, he said, the main thing, I don't want no nigga I gotta come save from his homies. I guess he went through that in the past with other artists.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I don't want no nigga I gotta come and save from his homies, which caused my big homie, Big Ant, from my set to speak up like.
Which means what exactly? Like
when you do go ahead.
Okay, like just say something along the lines of like your homie not wanting to be signed to a label, or like the homie
like
saying,
this,
"Hey, this fool signed to me, so you can't have him."
Suge Knight from Pyro, right?
Yeah.
I come grab you. You from let me just say, you from Gardena Crip. I give you a deal. We shooting a video shoot. I got 30 niggas, 40 niggas from Gardena Crip at the gate talking about, cuz ain't dealing right by the hood. Fuck that. We finna tear this shit up. And now you got a politic. That type of shit. Haters only. So he wanted to sign an artist that
could stand on his own 2 feet, bro.
Yeah, he ain't
and didn't have to fucking, that could actually was somebody in the hood.
Thank you. So that's what caused my
no
homie
babysitting.
There you go. And that made my homie Big Ant say, well, you need to meet my little homie. I happened to be leaving a whole nother meeting with my homie T.Y. from the name of his label at that time was called my bad, T.Y. I forget the name of the label. Woo-wee, Faux Show Records. I was really fucking with him. He was my CEO. I was frustrated with him leaving the meeting in the Valley. Mad. He had gave me some money, but I'm leaving, and I get a call saying Suge Knight want to meet you. Remember, this is 30 days after I said I'm gonna meet him.
Yeah.
When I didn't never try.
But it just happened. Yeah, but it just happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I pulled up. I went and got the homegirl Miko from Showline. I parked my car, jumped in with her, and we went to Beverly Hills, and they was at a Red Lobster. And all my life, I thought Red Lobster was fly shit. When I got to Red Lobster, Suge was like, I don't even eat this bullshit.
Yeah, it's just,
oh, God.
it's just a fucking lobster chain.
On the set. But
it's a Burger King for fucking lobster.
On the set, Suge was like, we only right here to wait for you. He was like, we would have been somewhere else, but we knew you was coming. This is the closest shit. So I remember going in the Red Lobster. I saw my mom. It was Buntree, Timmy Rule, a gang of Damus. Suge was sitting at the end of a long table like the Godfather with the big chair. And there was a gang of Damus in the room. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My homie Aunt Magic was in there. And what I did was I turned myself up a little bit, made sure when I went in there, I grabbed a chair and put it right where Suge was at. Now I'm sitting on his like shoulder like I am to you, but right up on him.
Okay.
And I remember he like fucking with his plate. He like, yeah, I hear a lot of good shit about you. I'm on my tip. I'm like, yeah, it's all true. Just on one. He was like, yeah, well, let me hear you bust something. I'm like, rap right now? He like, yeah. So I just bust a cappella. And as I get to doing my shit, he was like, oh, say less, say no more. We got Crooked Eye, we got Eastwood. Then it's you. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. And that's how that shit developed from that. Never signed a deal with him, But everything he did for the next 2 years, I was incorporated in as his artist. Went
Yeah.
through a lot, yeah.
I think I seen was it a double XL cover with everybody on
King
it?
Magazine.
And that was everybody from
That was the
new.
very. I wasn't on the cover. It was Eastwood, Left
a
Eye,
couple of girls, right?
Corrupt, and Crooked Eye. Yeah, and but I was inside the actual magazine, but I didn't make the cover. That's when I think somebody had the fur on, the white and black fur. Yeah.
That's when Corrupt came back.
Yeah,
right?
he came back. I was there when he came back.
That album was hard. That fucking.
I'm back.
What was that album called? I forgot what it's called.
I just remember the single
Against the
was called
Grain.
I'm Back.
Against the Grain.
Yeah.
That shit is hard, bro. I remember
Shout out
about
to
that
Young
shit.
Gotti, my nigga Corrupt, cuz neighborhood.
Shout out to Corrupt. Yeah, that shit was hard, bro. So nothing came out of that? Like you were just shelved up or
As far as me being an artist, getting a chance to put an album out, yeah, shelved up. Outside of that, though, I became very familiar, acquainted, cordial, casual with Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Was able to work with her, write for her. I cherished that experience. Dr. Sebi, through Lisa, we met Dr. Sebi way before he had a high profile.
Yeah.
Back then, I appreciate that experience. Casey from JoJo, Sylvester Stallone, fucking with Suge back then.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify the value of the experience. So I appreciate it, although it did not actually solidify my career as an artist, but there's not much to hate from what I went through.
Facts.
Yeah.
Check it out. There's some dudes right now, some Chicano rappers. You know a little bit of Chicano rap, don't you know?
Yeah.
You
I don't
heard
want to say no names, but I'm familiar with a few that, thanks to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You heard of King Lil G, right? He's a big.
I've been on stage with Lil G while Nipsey Hussle was alive. I know him.
He's a big megastar right now. So salute to King Lil G. But there's a couple other dudes that were from his camp back then that all tell death row stories from that time.
They from 18th Street?
Yeah, they're from 18th Street.
They probably tell you the truth though. It was from 18th Street around that.
Yeah, they're from 18th Street.
Yeah, if they not from 18th, I can't tell you that. It's probably some bullshit. But they from 18th Street, then they probably tell you the truth.
They were around at that time?
On God. And they was pushing a hell of a line. Let me tell you something. One of them fired on Wacko No Honey in Vegas in a casino. Because one day, what happened was they was moving through the casino. Stutterbox from Main Street was with them, some more people with them. But one of the Serenos did some shit to Suge, like threw a fake punch at him, and they did some play fighting.
Okay.
Hold No Honey, called himself stepping up regular.
Oh, he thought he was a...
On my mama, dead homies, daughters, lokes, loved ones, everything I love and live for, cuz. He fired on Hold No Honey. This is back then. To this day, he ain't getting no get back.
But he was trying to be Captain Save-A-Hole right there.
Sure.
He thought it was some really cracking. It really wasn't.
And Suge playing with his buddy, some little fake slap boxing. He tried to step in, Hold No Honey, got fired on, slapped or something, and he didn't do nothing. And right now, if he got any courage to speak on you, what he gonna tell you? I got paid though.
Yeah.
He gonna make it tell like he politicked and he got some money out of it, but he took that on that jawbone though. But yeah, the 18th Streets was around. I just can't think of no names. They know my name. They was my niggas though. We used to function in politics. We was tight.
So that fool Whack 100 tried to go from like cash register to manager.
Exactly.
You know,
Period.
And you know, yeah, dog.
It's never gonna work. It's gonna work for the metaverse.
Yeah.
Cause any nigga that you could be the best in Madden and not shit on the field. That's Hold No Honey. It's a metaverse.
He tried to show off.
That's it.
That's what it sounds like. And that's if that's for real, then that makes sense when he punched that fucking white kid Stitches. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. But we'll get to all of that
Say
shit.
less.
Hey, so why don't you think that death row situation worked out for Suge Knight at that time?
Because once the whole Dr. Dre Suge Knight saga came down, I'm under the understanding that the 12 individuals that make the whole top of the music industry shake, there's about 12 individuals. All the companies break down at the top. It's 8 to 12 people, right? All that shit.
Yeah.
When the whole original Dr. Dre Suge Knight shit fucked up, when they say Suge beat Dre for the $250 million, I'm under the understanding that Jimmy Iovine took Dr. Dre to a meeting with those 12 powerhouses, and they all assured that Suge Knight will never eat in this game again.
Yeah.
So no matter what Suge put together,
it wasn't gonna work.
That's the epitome of blackball. He was blackballed from the top.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, that's fucked up, bro, because, you know, he was not only legendary, but, you know, he...
Think about it. Jimmy Iovine had a lot to do with that situation, right? So at the time when that was decided, Jimmy Iovine was involved. When 50 stopped dropping music and everything was a hit. Guess who he had fell out with? Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah. Same shit. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
So you know it now Suge Knight's in prison for 40 some years. You think he's gonna see the light of day again?
I hope he do,
I hope he do
but
too.
I doubt he do.
Yeah, facts. I don't think he will, bro. Tell you the truth, not to call it, but you know he getting old in age, bro.
But you know why? You know how you know Suge, at least by the public perspective, got what they think he deserved and nobody cared? Because the boy Bone that got ran over that day to survive.
Yeah, the actor. Yeah,
If 1090 Jake got a hold to his statement,
paperwork. Yeah. Well, hey, listen. Well, there you go. I summons 1090 Jake all the time. 1090 Jake, check this out.
oh my mama, 1090 Jake, check your DM. Me too. I didn't know you was gonna say that, but me too. Check your DM. And they ain't
Check
got
the
nothing to do
DM.
with Bone, but check your DM, 1090 Jake.
Check the DM. Yeah, bro. I had heard some shit like that too. You know, but listen.
I read it.
At least listen, Suge Knight was portrayed as a gangster and is gonna die as a gangster. Not
God.
not a rat, not a snitch, not always held it down. There's nothing you can really say that makes him look like a punk.
Nah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, he took his L's, but everybody take those.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Oh God.
All right, well switching narratives here. Death Row, that's where you started. You never got to drop an album. You did some songs though?
Oh yeah, I did some records.
They got released?
Yes, on the project that I was able to participate on was the only project Suge put out at
Dead
that
Man
time.
Walking?
Dysfunctional Family soundtrack. Eddie Griffith did a stand-up comedy movie, and Suge got the deal to do the soundtrack to it called Dysfunctional Family.
You weren't on the Chronic 2000?
Nah, I was after all that.
Okay,
That
so
was
you were
crooked,
after
yeah. I wasn't on that Too Gangster for
radio.
radio. Nah.
That one was cool too.
Yeah.
That had all the sound-alikes.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
That
yeah.
sounded like
the
Eminem,
Realest and all
Tupac.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
No, I
pretty
came
hard.
after that. I came in like 2000. After Suge Out the Pen, it was me, Eastwood, and Crooked Eye. And then along came Corrupt. And along with Corrupt came Gail Gotti and Virginia Slim. And a few other people slid through there. But also Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Passed away.
She passed, rest in peace to her
Rest in
soul.
peace.
Juvenile and the UTP crew came through there at that time on the set. Yeah, Cisco,
So you mean
Ray J.
the thong song?
the thong
That
thong
song?
thong,
Yeah.
and Ray Pride. You know, we in July, right?
Yeah.
Last month was Ray Pride month. Ray J was over there too.
Hey, but you know when Suge Knight had the R&B singers, they were gangster R&B singers, bro.
Like KC,
Yeah.
I remember being on a boat on Suge Knight boat with KC, and he got like snagger-tooth, and he looking like a regular burnt out nigga, not Jodeci KC. He loaded, and I'm telling him like, man, my nigga, you was really with Mary J. He was like,
He looking like Raz B, or what's his name? He looking like that? He looking like that?
and the struggle is real in the industry, man. It's
I bet,
real,
I
man.
bet, fool. I bet. Hey, so after that whole Death Row shit, you took some time off, or did you continue to work?
Well, what happened was, I was in with the Death Row shit, and me, in my personal experience, realized that it wasn't really popping for me.
Yeah.
So shout out to John. He does the bomb first shit with Reggie right now. That little,
Okay,
that
the
little
white
voice
dude.
the one
Yeah.
you hear asking Reggie the questions.
Yeah.
His name is
yeah.
John, and he's originally from LaGrange, Georgia. And way before there was a such thing as the internet and websites, it was a Death Row Records. So
Yeah.
you can imagine, Death Row Records was one of the first people with a website.
Yeah.
And I was affiliated with Death Row Records. And when you went to Death Row Records website, the way they had it established, each artist had their own section.
Their bio, their own page. Yeah.
When you click on it, it was like almost their own website.
Yeah.
So I had one, Crooked Eye had one, Eastwood, we all had one. And the person who ran it all was John. The
Oh,
person
shit.
that does the fucking shit for Reggie.
Bomb
That's
first,
why,
yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was I developed a relationship with John while doing that. And when I finally got to the point where I realized moving around the industry and just doing my shit, being affiliated with Suge was not, it was more of a detriment than of a help.
Yeah, facts.
I told John, I'm like, hey man, can you take me off that website? And John was like, yo, Spider, I don't have no problem with it, but I can't do it without somebody from the office telling me to do it.
Facts.
So what I had to do was have the courage to tell Suge I want to part ways.
I want to bounce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't mean the courage of I'm afraid of him, but
Nah,
the
but
courage
it's just
of
the respect
the
that
respect.
you helped me get on, and you
No,
know,
even deeper than that is this. nigga, this Suge Knight.
Yeah.
You walk away from this, what's next? You don't have nothing. Like,
yeah. What if down the line, bro, you're like, fuck, I fucked up.
Exactly.
And now you can't go back.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I finally, but I'm SPI, so Suge, no, shout out to Suge, cause I finally approached him, just me and him. I'm like, look, check this out. I realized just being this, that, woo wop. I got at John, asked him to remove me, and when he removed me, I asked him, he told me I gotta holler at somebody. Swear to God, Suge was like, I ain't tripping, man. I understand, man. I wish I could have did what I was trying to do, but they hating on me. If I happen to get myself together before you get something cracking, we'll get back to it. No love lost. Swear to God, Blue Devil, I had no idea I was finna bump into the New York nigga there. Had I not took the courage to approach Suge like that, when I haphazardly encountered the New York niggas, there would have been a conflict of interest.
Yeah, of course. They would have said no. There would have been no.
Just why sticking to the script be the answer, y'all. Sticking to the script, it's a lonely road, but you got to follow that gut, because I'm so I'm all about just keeping it a Google that even me personally, without nobody knowing, if I was still cool with, you don't know. When the very first time 50 Cent came to the motherfucking House of Blues in L.A., I was on the road.
Is that where you met him?
No. I was still with Suge. And I remember the reason I even was aware, he was like, he called me and the Booyah Tribe. Shout out to the Booyah Tribe. Rest in peace, Gangsta Red. Oh, blah, 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 blah. The nigga called us. He was like, look, this nigga 50 Cent coming to town. He was like, the bitch-ass nigga Dr. Dre bought up all the tickets and gave them to the radio stations. He was like, but I got a plug where I can get some tickets. He said, when you go to the House of Blues on hip-hop nights, they don't sell no beer in bottles. They sell it in cups because it be violent. He said, the only way you get a bottle is you buy some champagne. He told me in the Booyah Tribe, if we could get some of our little homies to go to the function, he said he'll pay their way, he'll buy the bottles, but he want them to go in there, buy some bottles, and as soon as 50 hit the stage, he want them to just,
damn.
Yeah. So me and the Booyah Tribe, we sat in the meeting. We was at the Beverly Hills Hotel in the bungalows. We nodded that shit, kind of agreed with him. And as soon as we left the meeting, we was like, me and the Don Moves, he was like, man, he got us fucked up.
You got us doing this dirty
work.
work.
The fuck he think we think we in?
Yeah.
Woo, woo. But I'm so glad I didn't participate.
Why do you think you wanted to do that though? Just because they're from New York?
No, because it's no Dr. Dre. It's the whole
Dre, the whole Dre shit.
Yeah, it's the whole shit.
Yeah, he couldn't see he couldn't see Dre winning, bro. Because you know how that is.
Before there was anything, Suge used to pull me to the side when it was just evidence that 50 was popping. He used to just tell me like, "Don't worry, Spider, that's a gimmick. That shit gonna blow over. That shit a gimmick."
Nah. He didn't have. But then again, the softies are the ones that win.
Look,
and I don't not to shit on Dre, but I don't think Dre was a gangster.
No,
was he?
Look, bro, you don't have to ask me. You don't have to guess. Go back to the world-class wrecking crew photos, bro. And that's no disrespect to Dre. The truth is the truth. He is what he is. Yeah, Dre's never had a reputation for being OG.
Yeah.
Nah.
And those type of guys, bro, they're manipulated a little bit easier by the big dudes that are on top owning the record labels. Like, imagine telling Suge Knight, you got to do this. He's going to be like, fuck you. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. Right. Do that to Dre. Dre's going to be like, all right, cool. How you want me to do? You want me to bend over too? You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't going to say.
But you know that's the truth, though. They're easy to manipulate, my boy.
No, true. But I've learned that some of even the more people we think is real sturdy and firm, if they think there's a benefit on the other side, they'll compromise their masculinity too. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because when I used to ask Suge, like, why you hate Dre, when you go to Death Row office, no, you couldn't.
He had a picture of him crossed out.
Yes, and guess what? When you heard the bitch, it was Dr. Dre. No, when you heard the bitch, it was Suge, it was Snoop. When you heard the fag,
it was Dre.
It was Dre. And I remember asking Suge, like,
but he had a whole fucking fag right there. The fucking, what's his name?
Danny Boy?
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, for all those that know,
closet.
Danny Boy is 1/3 of two others. It was Danny Boy, Dana, the person that used to run the finances, and then there was another dude, Said, that was his personal assistant. They were 3 flavors of the rainbow. And it used to fuck me up because when you ask Suge, like, why he hate Dre, his only question, this is what Suge told me. He tried to ruin my company. I'm like, what you mean? He was like, man, at the height of our shit, everywhere we went, it was a buzz that Dre was like Rainbow Skittles. Yeah. He said, when that came out, I figured it was going to ruin everything. So he said, this what Suge told me. He said one day when the little rumors was buzzing in their circles the hardest, He pushed Dre to the side at a bar or something. He asked Dre, like, man, why I keep hearing so-and-so? He said Dre response to him was, do I show up to the studio on time? Yeah. Do I do this right? Yeah. Do I do that right? Yeah. Then why does it matter?
Damn. Image, bro.
But I'm just giving you what was given to me.
Yeah.
And according to Suge, he implemented the plot for Dre then to marry Miss Chalet as a cover in order to save his empire and his company. He claims that Miss Chalet was his woman at that time. And this is what he tell a nigga personally. And he was like, that was a whole arranged marriage between Miss Chalet and Dre in order for him to save face. That's why it was so easy for Miss Chalet to double back and get back with Suge. That's just what Cuz told me. So I don't know how true it is.
Yeah.
Not trying to disrespect Dre, but that's just what
that's what they told you.
But this fucked me up. Why I did not always believe that story. The only reason, you see how much he hate Dre.
Yeah.
And the only reason he got to give you is because Dre is a homosexual. But like I told you, when I first met Suge, if you want to call Death Row and get some money, you had to talk to Dana. And when you call Death Row and you speak to Dana, the way Dana sounds, you just assume you're talking to a woman.
Oh, shit.
But when you show up to the office, you realize it's a flaming, openly male.
Full blown.
And the same thing with another partner of his. I used to answer the phone, his personal assistant named Sid. Although he wasn't openly flaming, amongst us, it became exposed that
he was it.
Said fuck around. So I don't know why he can hate Dre so much about.
Because all them dudes were in they're office workers, right? You don't see them, you don't hear about them. Only the internals know. Now Dre is part of the main snake, the head of the snake, right?
You know how I see it? From on the outside looking in, I feel like it's a lover's quarrel. Dre, Suge, well, maybe. And not hypothetically, I could be wrong. I'm just looking.
Probably are.
And then probably am. I'm probably so far off. And then I think Jimmy, Dre, and then Suge, and then it's like, I think why? Because just think, if we even consider the conspiracy concept that Suge was remotely responsible for what took place at the Vibe Awards for Dre to get attacked, what would cause somebody years later after robbing somebody for $250 million?
Bro, you think you let it go after that?
Thank you.
And you think you should say like, you know what, bro? I got 250 mil. You got zero. Even if you get a Billy, I got 250 mil. Right? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I don't gotta worry. So it's deeper than that, bro.
There you go.
It's deeper than the money.
But if Jimmy Iovine got your bitch now, and that's your bitch,
then it's a problem. Yeah, facts. It's more of an ego, a man thing, bro. It's more of like, bro, fuck the money. You ain't getting away with that shit, homie. You know?
I digress.
All right, fuck it. We move on from Suge Knight. Hopefully he sees the light of day again. You know, I like to see all the real ones.
Yeah, because Suge don't deserve, far as on some G shit, to be where he at, bro. On God, cuz.
Bro, he did a lot of good shit though, bro. Like he did, bro. Regardless, listen. Every time I hear people,
he got told on.
Every time I hear people crying about Suge Knight this, Suge Knight that, bro. Listen, I know that motherfucker helped a lot of people from the shit you see, the shit you read, bro. If it wasn't really for him, people be always saying like, look, listen. People be like, oh, Tupac made Death Row, blah blah blah. Listen, I don't think so. Wanna know what I think? I think that without Suge Knight, there wouldn't be a Tupac. Tupac was already legendary, but not gangster legendary.
He was hip hop.
Yeah, he was hip hop. Without Death Row, without Suge Knight, he wouldn't be the Tupac we love, bro.
No, you fucking
we
right.
love that gangster Tupac shit. And without Death Row, he would have never been that.
But let me give. I want to say one thing because I was almost agreeing with you a Google %, right? But my mind frame just went to this moment. I used to see Tupac through those same eyes, right? And I remember being in the pen. And first I was in the county jail on my way to the pen, and my cousin was telling me. I remember they used to come to jail with Tupac lyrics written on paper.
Yeah.
And they used to try to read them. I wasn't feeling it. And I talked to my cousin. He told me, man, this nigga Tupac new album hard. I'm like, man, he rapping the shit to me over the phone or playing for me on the phone. I couldn't feel it.
Yeah.
And I remember getting the Avenal.
Before Death Row, right?
Yeah, this was Me Against the World.
Okay.
And I remember getting the Avenal and getting some weed in my system and getting some headphones. But remember, you comparing it probably now based on everything we heard since then.
Yeah.
But up until that point,
yeah.
If you go back and listen to Me Against the World and compare it to everything we had heard up until then, That's when I realized, oh shit.
Oh, that's right.
He on some other shit.
Yeah, that Me Against the World one was pretty hard.
What?
Compared to the other ones.
That was the one when it
For me, it was All Eyes on Me.
oh yeah, that too.
That one.
But that was a
it for me.
follow up for me. But,
Yeah.
but see, I think I'm about 10 years older than you. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. So I forgot why I brought that up, because you had said something.
Yeah, without Death Row and
Oh.
Suge Knight, there wouldn't be no Tupac, bro.
Well, I just think that it was all ordained because Tupac is a lot deeper than his experience at Death Row.
You think he would have gave us that hardcore gangster West Coast rap
I
without
brought
Death
that
Row?
up because Me Against the World was before Death Row. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, facts.
And that's where he crossed over and caught me with that G shit. He had it before he met Suge.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Me Against the World, baby. Me against the world.
But when he's at Death Row, that's when he gave us that West Coast sound.
And that's when he started to try to gangbang.
That gang
and he
bang,
lost his
facts.
life.
Yeah, he didn't know what time it was. Sorry
Yeah.
to say. Sorry
Rest
to
in peace
say.
to the great.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Baby Lane, though.
Hey.
That's my Baby Lane, my childhood friend. And I hate the fact that his name has got
Dragged through the
Cuz
motherfucking
did
mud.
not kill Tupac. I'm going to just say that. He didn't kill Tupac. And because, his uncle was trying to pull a wiggle with the system, he got tagged with that. And I ain't mad at Keefy D for that, but cuz ain't
But
killed
you
him.
don't think that? Okay, so you saying it like it's a bad thing, right? Like
I'm not saying it's a bad or good.
You don't
because
think it's a good thing? You don't think
I think
that's
I think it's a good thing that he got tagged with it.
You don't think that's a trophy for his resume, for his gangster career?
It is, but Baby Lane don't want credit for shit he ain't do. Cuz was such
Facts.
a gangster, he ain't gonna want to get no that's like getting somebody else points.
Facts.
He don't want that.
Yeah.
He don't want that.
True.
Just
Nobody.
think,
No. Well, you know what? There are some fake
but just
motherfuckers
think,
that would want.
if
fake
Tupac
shit.
died as a result of hurting you, and even remotely in the gangbang life, if somebody you're even aware of exacted revenge, that's good enough for a G.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't even matter if he's a rapper or not. You fuck with me and we in the gang
Yeah.
world, and if I gotta do what I gotta do to get my revenge, bro, you should have knew what time it was.
Right.
Fuck
right.
if you a rapper or not.
You know why it's so easy to believe that Baby Lane did it? 'Cause
Why?
that's the type of nigga he is.
Yeah, because he has that resume behind him that
Yeah.
he's with the program.
But you know how fortunate you have to be to get jumped in a casino on fight night and then get lucky enough yourself to get your man a couple. You know how hard that would be, bro.
So don't tell me you're one of the ones that think that the FBI did it.
No, of course not. I know exactly who did it.
All right, there we go. Because you heard all the back
I've heard
in,
everything.
Back in the late '90s, we heard
Let
everything,
me tell you
bro.
something, bro. My mama got 4 sisters. She got 3 sisters. She's 3 of 4 sisters. My mother's the oldest. Then her next sister, right younger than her, lives on Chester Street between Greenleaf and South Park. She's been there since the 70s. It's my auntie.
And this is the legendary Greenleaf that we've heard on every
Bodies being found on Greenleaf.
Yeah.
So
Easy Dre, all that shit.
yeah. So the Southside Compton Crips, they headquarters or they hub, South Park. I've been going there since I was a kid. All my life, I'm just happen to be someone familiar with the origin enough to where my natural relationships and being aware, I know a whole lot of everything over there.
Yeah.
Shout out to BG Al, Mike DeRoe, him and his daddy. Lil Al from Southside
you have the
Compton
insight.
Crip Street. Look, check it out. Lil Al from Compton Crip, Southside is Baby Lane, real day uno, ace cool boom, best friend. Baby Lane been dead for some years. The day Baby Lane died, Lil Al got arrested.
So that wasn't a result of the whole Death Row war?
No, what happened was 2 niggas from Southside clashed with 2 niggas from Pocket Hood.
Yeah.
Equally legendary G niggas. When the shit went down, apparently something went crazy. Out of the 4 people that was at the location, 3 of them died. 2 was from Pocket Hood, 1 was from Southside. And as a result, the nigga from Southside that survived got all 3 murders on that felony murder shit.
Yeah, fuck.
That's my nigga Lil Al, free
what
Lil Al.
did he do, get life?
They gave Cut triple life.
Fuck.
And guess what? He didn't show up to the location with no weapon. And you know who could help him right now on this case, real heavy?
Those cops, those fucking white
Reggie
cops?
Wright, Sr. and Jr.
Yeah,
Hey, we need y'all, Reggie, big and little Reggie, cuz. It's about that time, cuz. On my mama, Lil Al need y'all. Mike DeRoe, free Mike DeRoe. Him and his daddy doing life. They both.
Hey, ain't that some bullshit where he probably didn't even know that? He probably didn't know what was going to happen in the next 15 minutes, dog.
He had no idea. Guess what? Look, you know how cold it is? He got shot up that day. And you know what Reggie Senior is on the internet saying? He said he pulled up to the scene when Baby Lane passed and found Lil Al there with him. And guess what out his own mouth, guess what he did? He claimed to handcuff my nigga to the steering wheel. Shot up.
Damn. Well, that's
Critical condition.
Yeah, that's protocol though. They're supposed to cuff you, bro. I remember when I got shot like 3 times, they had me cuffed up on the fucking floor, bro.
What was going through your motherfucking mind, bro? At
Dog,
that moment.
We gotta leave that for your podcast.
Say less. Facts over feelings coming soon.
Coming soon.
Because he said that, I want to just say this, because I fuck with Blue Devil, and I know he a real one because he had the courage to invite me to his podcast after I invited him to mine first, and he didn't quite get there, and he still was real enough to say, fuck it, come do mine, and we doing it. Much love to Blue Devil. It's a beautiful world.
It's a beautiful world. There you go. Okay, so look, after Death Row, right, that's just gone, it's done with. We all heard that little beef between Death Row and G-Unit, whatever. How did you get in touch with 50 Cent? Was it 50 Cent you got in touch with, or was
Young
it?
Buck first. Shout out to my brother, Big Spider. Big Spider been doing life since 2005.
That's your brother?
Yeah, my brother, my daddy's son. Big SPI. Shout out to Lil Spider and Tiny Spider. My nephew is my brother's son, and Lil Spider, he not no blood relation to us, but he locked out. He a Crip. He been doing life since like 91. So out of the 4 Spiders, I'm the only one out here. Baby Spider, Big, Little, and Tiny, all doing stretches. So what had happened at one point, my brother, Big Spider, who was my father's son, we had been going through some sibling rivalry, just he about 4 years older than me. He my G homie too.
Yeah.
So at this point in my life, in about, what year was it, like 04, 03, we was going through some competition. He was in Nashville, Tennessee, grinding. I was in Huntsville, Alabama with a nigga named Kill from Grape. He not from Baby Loc though. He from Southside Video Grape, but he black. It's a long story. But anyway, I'm with Cuz. So
Black Southsider.
yeah, but he changed over when shit stopped being that. And he never really explained it without. Long story short, I'm just keeping it real. Fuck Kill, bitch ass nigga.
I think he's doing YouTube videos.
No, he used to rap. He used to beef with Tupac before Tupac was popping. Kill from Watts. But anyway, he a whole ass nigga. Long story short, I was fucking with Cuz. Me, him, and Piper from Grape Street. We was a group called Everybody Eat YOLO. That's what we called ourselves. Now, Kill knew how to get money, move around out of town. He introduced me to my nigga Sane from Menlo doing live Love You, Cuz, Night Bud. We used to fuck around, a lot of niggas. So anyway, I was out of town. I had a bird, a gang of pills, and some pounds. And all that was due to the nigga from Watts.
Wait. Pills in 05?
What's the 5?
In 05?
Yeah, 04, 03.
Motherfuckers didn't like pills back then.
No, these wasn't prescriptions, it was ecstasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a couple boats, probably like 2,000 pills.
Motherfuckers used to be afraid of Vikings back then.
like-
all the homies, dog.
Shout out, man, on my mama.
That used to
Shout
be-
out to
bro.
Lock Dog for making Georgia. Ask Lock Dog. Anybody listening, Atlanta, ask Lock Dog for making Georgia. I had a gang of pounds, and I had pills, and I had bird, I had yay. And it's all because, though, another nigga put me on. And our whole thing was we finna do our label, get this dirty money, blew our label up. Bam. Same time, my brother, who never sold no dope in his life, been balling all his life because he a robber, he a jacker, everybody know it. He was in Nashville, Tennessee on some robbing shit. My brother used to call me while I was in Atlanta and tell me shit like this. Cuz that nigga Young Buck from G-Unit, cuz. Nigga, he pull up to the projects, nigga. It's 60 niggas outside. Nigga, he picked me up in the low rider. It's just me and him pull off every day. And me and my brother, remember, we not really seeing eye to eye getting along. He really bragging.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where
Throwing
I'm
it in
telling
your
him,
face.
I'm in Atlanta at this time trying to ball so I can show my brother, nigga, that's what I'm on. So when he calling me, it got to the point where I told him, he told me about Young Buck so many times. I'm like, well, cuz if it's like that, cuz call my phone.
I gotta meet him now, yeah.
Yeah. So he like took it a challenge, like, matter of fact, all right.
You gonna take my plug? I ain't doing that.
But guess what? A few minutes later, Buck called my phone.
Oh shit.
So that's how I got in touch with Buck initially. Long story short, I was in Atlanta, like I said. You know how close Nashville and Atlanta is.
Yeah.
Eventually, Buck went on tour to start promoting the Straight Outta Cashville album.
With G in there, right?
Yeah.
So Buck was always for me, when I remember Young Buck, I remember him as the extra member because Tony Yayo was locked up, right?
Yes.
So that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
And I never thought he was an official member. I just thought he was a placement holder for Yayo.
He was the first placement holder, but he was so much the first placement holder, he got accepted as a portion of the original.
Yeah, and you know what? He brought a different sound
He
to
did.
the whole G Unit, bro.
He did. No, Young Buck at one point had the potential to be his. You know, one thing about the program 50 established, it failed at establishing successful independent people to be able to hold their own.
Do their own, yeah, facts.
Yeah. So
You know.
whether that was by design or by default, who knows?
Probably design, bro, because 50 seems like one of those type of guys where you can eat with them, but not from him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, from what I've seen, is like the type of guy where he'll be like, I ain't giving you my money, but I'll show you how to make money.
But you know what I think he allowed to happen to him? He allowed his experience with gang to affect him so much where
He was done with helping
Yes,
anybody out.
yes.
That happens a lot, dog.
Yes.
But back to you. Did you go on tour with fucking Young Buck or what?
Yeah, the first when like I say, my brother Buck, the chain got took. Shout out to my nigga Godfather from Chicago too, on my mama. Because when the chain got took from Buck in Chicago, I happened to be in Atlanta with a lot of niggas that Buck knew from Nashville because my brother was with him. And when Buck made it to Atlanta a couple of days after that chain got took in Chicago from D-Tay,
The spinner,
the spinner chain with the fake diamonds that we didn't know was fake diamonds at the time.
another placeholder.
Yes, placeholder, very heavy. But when Young Buck came to Atlanta, he walked into his hotel room. I was already in there with a group of people that he knew because of the relationships my brother had established. And when Buck walked in the room, he went on this long rant explaining to everybody what happened in Chicago from the moment D-Tay asked him to wear the chain, to when it got took, to when he tried to go and politic and get it back. He telling this whole story. Oh, my mama, dad, homies, daughters, lokes, loved ones, everything I love and live for. I just started rapping. I'm like a fly on the wall. I'm nobody in this room. And while he's telling this important story to all his constituents, I just started rapping and drowning him out a cappella, not knowing what that was going to turn out to be.
Yeah.
And it worked in my favor to where,
For you're lucky he didn't kick you out
there you go.
in the middle of something important like that. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Shout out to Lil Sody, West Side Moving. But the Buck that I learned to know was that was never at risk.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Buck
get you.
Jenner is a bitch, but at that moment, you're right. That was the courage it took to do that.
Because you didn't know quiet bound quite yet.
Exactly.
Right,
And it was
alright.
such a serious situation on the table. I knew this was the absolute wrong time to do what I was doing, and I did it anyway. And it worked out to where Buck, I would just kept rapping. I wasn't gonna. At that point, I used to have so many verses memorized that I could rap for like 10, 11 minutes without stopping.
Yeah.
Shit that I knew, so I could pause, freak it, switch few words to make it sound like I'm talking. That was my shit at the time. So Buck response was before I could finish was like, "Oh, them is just words. We all know the same words. How you move a nigga with words like that? Niggas be on me with that Tupac shit. No, fuck that. You got it. Hey, oh man, your situation. You ain't got a situation. That's how it started.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, my mama.
Sounds like he found a fucking diamond in the rough.
Oh, my mama. That's how it took place. And then, based on that, long story short, he was scheduled to leave and go on the Straight Outta Cashville tour from Atlanta. He was on it already. That's why he was in Chicago. And he was on that tour. He wanted me to leave Atlanta and continue that tour with him.
Yeah.
But remember, I told you, I was out there I had a nigga take me out there and leave me out there with the work.
Yeah, with the weight, yeah.
I told him, man, I'm doing something, I can't do that. Well, why? He told me, I'm going to be in California in 2 weeks shooting Shorty Wanna Ride video. Can
Shorty
you
wanna be a
there?
thug. Yeah.
No, Shorty Wanna Ride with
Oh
me.
yeah, Shorty wanna ride with me. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm like, for sure. He invited me to the video shoot. So I came to the video shoot. I took my nigga Piper with me. We up there. We moved. But at this point, it's a gang of LA Crips. The Gray Streets was like locked in. Shout out to my nigga KP and Decap and all them, because they was already like fucking with the G Unit niggas. So I get to the video shoot, whatever. I got my nigga Piper from Grape. We in a trailer with a bunch of Cashville niggas, a bunch of
New York motherfuckers. Right?
for hours. 50 not on location or nothing. Me and Piper, we like, we hungry. Let's go get some. Let's leave, go get something to eat. We walk out the trailer, spend 15, 20 minutes out the trailer that we've been in for hours to go get some pizza. When we go back to the trailer, we go in. It's a security telling me you can't go in there. I'm like, why?
Back into the trailer?
The same trailer we've been in all day.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
You don't have the credentials.
Yeah, he like 50 in there. I'm like, oh, I hadn't met 50. So immediately I'm like, oh, okay. Shout out to Big Dame, my nigga Big Dame. He Chris Brown security right now, been for years. At that time, he was 50 main security. And he knew what I had developed in the circle outside of what that security told me.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, no, that's low. He cool. So I was humble. I'm like, oh, I can't go in. 50 in there. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
facts. Yeah,
but the other nigga who knew better was like, no, he good. So I walked in. When I walked in the trailer, 50 is getting on Buck head for the very first time.
For the chain.
Yeah. He refused. Buck was trying to reach out to him over the phone. 50 didn't want to take no calls. He didn't want to talk about it. I talk to him when I see him. So when I walked in, this type of conversation I was on, like, yeah, nigga, quit calling me. You ain't got no business calling me, nigga. What you on the phone for? We got money, nigga. You already know. 100,000 make judges, lawyers look different, nigga. When you don't say nothing, he gets your schooling blood. He tell him, like, DT can't be seeing no pictures with you ever again. Now, I come in the room. It's a crowded room. 50 don't know me from Adam. The only seat available in the room is for me to be sitting right here from 50 while he giving his speech.
Yeah.
So I sit down and I'm like, he like right here. And cuz it's everything that you know him to be. He running this meeting. He talking. Everybody listen. Guess what I did, Blue Devil? I'm the most heated. Swear the West Coast needed. Blue
Start
pleated
rapping?
right in front. Yeah. Nightbud. That's how my situation sparked.
What'd he say? What were his first words?
When I did it to Buck in Atlanta, I knew the whole time Buck was looking at me in my eyes, I got him. So it had me on my shit.
Yeah.
And he was at a further distance from me than 50 was. When I was doing it to 50, I was looking at 50 eyes like,
Yeah, right next door.
he was this close, and I'm looking at him like, I done fucked up. This nigga don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. I shouldn't have did this.
You gonna kick me the fuck out right
Yes.
now? I ain't coming back.
Oh, God. But when Buck stopped me, because I just kept going, Buck finally stopped me. 50, I was kind of like waiting for him to do the same thing, and he's looking at me like he's not impressed at all. So I eventually, I'm like, I could go on, but I ain't got to. And he was like, go on for what? And I was like, whoa.
So you're in the middle of whether this fool like it or this fool don't like it. What the fuck's about to happen?
He didn't give no indications.
No, he had a poker face.
Exactly. And it made me like finally just quit. Like I thought I had lost. And then when I finally quit, he was like, you could go on for what? And then that's how this shit happened, yeah.
But did he say like, hey, come to the studio?
Oh, that's what he did. He said, he did like this. Hey, get his number. We're going to call it the second platoon. The G unit, second platoon, we gonna call it. It was like that type of shit, telling other people what's finna happen. And then at that end of that video shoot, I remember he told me a lot of entourage of people watching him leave. And he was driving around the location to where, saying you park right here, you finna leave location. Everybody know you gotta drive there. And you finally leave, you gonna leave over here. So like the crowd was kind of moving.
Following him, yeah.
Yeah. And I was part of that crowd. And I remember he stopped his vehicle, bulletproof, rolled the window down, called me over. And he did his hand like this. He said, I'm finna go out of seas for 30 days. When I get back, it's on.
Damn.
And look, all the people in the crowd, nobody heard what he was saying. They just saw it. I just knew. I remember after that, for like 30 days, get on the RTD bus, catching the bus, looking at people around me like they don't have no idea what's
gonna happen. They have no,
Yeah.
And then I can guarantee you that Buck was probably in his ear after that too. You know what I mean?
That's what happened
Not
with Buck.
there, but after.
No, Buck. What happened with Buck brought a series of people to the table that he thought he was gonna be able to be a CEO over. From DT to Sosa, the plug. Shout out to Sosa. Shout out to my boy Starlito. Buck steady brought artists to the table, and what Buck 50 would always let them be Buck artists.
Yeah.
He brought me to the table thinking
You're gonna be under him.
And then you know what?
50 was like, nah,
Yeah.
he mine.
It was an ongoing joke from day one. Buck was like, I gotta find me an artist. 50 stole Spider. That was like
so
yeah.
So that means that okay, I feel you. So that really means that 50 really fuck with your shit.
Man.
Because if not, he would have been like, cool, be over there.
50 no. Curtis to Curtis, cuz you already know 50. I don't know why. You know I got my suspicions, but you already know what it was, cuz I'm the truth, cuz there's been none like me before or after. He know, cuz.
So you don't think he signed you though because he was beefing with Game at that time?
Let me tell you something. When I first met him, shortly thereafter, before I signed with him, he said this to me, like, I don't really like him.
He don't really like who? You?
Game.
Oh, Game.
But
because Game was gone when you signed.
No,
on,
he was
right?
there. He was there.
He was still there.
If you go to the video of Stump, Young Buck Stump, I believe it was. it was one time it was a video shoot where Buck had a feature on it. I mean, Game had a feature on a Young Buck album. They shot the video in L.A. and we was up there so deep with Crips that when it was time for Game to come do his part, 50 had to come to me. It was like, man, they want to pull up, but they kind of nervous. Can you break this crowd down? I remember I had to get rid of like 300 Crips in like 30 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, just for Game to pull up. And yeah, Game was around. What happened was
that was probably the end of it, though, bro. That was probably the end, because I don't ever remember seeing a Spider Loc album or a verse or a feature while Game was there.
when I met Buck, just to give you a good idea, when I met Buck, they was holding up Buck's album from being released so Game can replace T.I. on that Stump record where Ludacris dissed him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right around in there.
So
They was waiting on Game verse because T.I. wouldn't clear his verse.
were you guys ever in the studio together with Game?
No. But
Did you know him from the streets?
I knew Game before he knew 50, but he was signed to Dre. He was on the back burner. I met Game at the Aaliyah I Miss You video shoot when they was shooting the DMX segment. Shout out to my nigga Cookie from Q102, Eastside Crip, who was also West Coast Rough Rider. Shout out to DY, my nigga Cartoon, right? So my G homie Cookie always been in the industry, tapped into shit. I was at the Nelly Snoop Dogg Pimp Juice video shoot because Cookie brought me up there. He called me. Cookie through the years, he always called me, where you at? I'm like, I'm over here. He like, pull up, I'm over here. Cookie always been tapped into some shit.
Yeah.
I used to be I know Big D and Y from Rough Riders, the CEOs, real casually because my G homie Cookie. Oh, I don't know how he got in the industry, but he been plugged. So what happened was one day Cookie called me. He was like, where you at? I'm over here. He like, come up here. They was shooting Aaliyah had just passed, rest in peace to her beautiful soul. But they was doing the I Miss You, I Miss You. They were doing that video shoot, and it was the DMX segment. And while I was there, I remember DMX was in the trailer walking around with all his homies and shit, smoking his Newports, talking, he doing his shit.
They were married, weren't they?
Who?
Aaliyah and DMX?
No, I
Oh,
don't think
they were
was married.
together, weren't they?
No. That's that. You gotta go Jay-Z, Dame Dash, R. Kelly.
Oh, that's right. That's what I'm thinking about. R. Kelly.
DMX just was part of the tribute to Rest in Peace. It was him and some more artists. I Miss You. I think who was that? Brandy, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. But they did a whole, in the segment for DMX, they shot it in L.A. My big homie Cookie invited me. So I go. I'm in the little trailer. I'm an aspiring artist.
Yeah, you're upcoming.
This is DMX.
But you are somewhat already in the industry because you were from Death Row. Did that hold any weight?
I was around. No, I don't even know if I had met Suge. I may have, but at that time,
this is when you met Game.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's when I met Game. So I'm in the trailer when DMX doing his thing. I remember telling him he got close enough to me where I pumped myself up to say, "Hey man, I rap, man. I know you working, but before I leave, will you get a chance to listen to me bust?" DMX, rest in peace. His response was, "You got a CD?" And I'm like, "It's in the car. Yeah, give me a CD." Shout out to E-Roll.
Yeah, I fuck with DMX, bro.
97th Street to my little cousin E-Roll. It's my mama's sister's son. He was with me. I'm like, "Cuz, go get the CD out the car, cuz."
And it was a burnt CD, huh?
Yeah, burnt CD.
Yeah.
Well, wow. So he get the CD. And then when he finally bring the CD, I'm like, "Hey, here." This what DMX response was like, "Oh, wait. Where the other nigga? The other kid?" So he's a King Kelly. He's a West Coast King, the rapper. So long story short,
That's who was he talking about?
Game.
Game.
I had never met him, but so I guess apparently that same night, Game had met him, approached him, told him he the hardest up and coming.
West Coast, yeah.
Wop. Well, so what happened was once I introduced myself, Jason Doja, nigga, keep it a Google, nigga. You better not lie, nigga. Your son, your kids is watching. Don't lie to your kids. Tell them what really happened. So what happened was once I introduced myself, DMX was like, "Oh, what other kid?" He telling his crew, "Go find another kid. Said he's the best on the West Coast. Find him." Whoa. He set the big stage for a battle. You said you're dope. He said he's dope. Y'all battle. My mama, dead homies, Lokes, all that. Cause you know who know for a fact? Remember Snoop Dogg fought a murder?
Yeah.
You know he was never accused of pulling the trigger.
Yeah, it was security guard or some shit, right?
My nigga Malik.
Okay.
The nigga who was actually accused of pulling the trigger, he was there that night. Another dude, a Rough Rider producer named KP, or PK, Killer Tracks, Ask him. My cousin E-Roll, these are the only people I could name you. All right, because DMX, rest in peace. So anyway, once DMX say, he tell his boys, where the other kid? Go find him. So I'm in the trailer while he sent his boys to go find Game.
Yeah.
Game arrives. DMX. There you go. He told me he's the hardest West Coast, ain't you? Right? Let's go. Cuz say he can rap. He ain't rap. So it turned to me like, Game, I'm meeting Game. We standing there. We just MCs, never met each other. He
Yeah.
Game telling me, you go. I'm like, telling you go. He like, you go. I say, check
So
this
he
out.
wanted to see you guys battle.
Battle, yes.
Face to face.
Raw MC rap shit.
Oh, shit.
So I tell Game on my mama, on my daughter, I say, I promise you, homie, if I bust first, you ain't gonna want to rap. This type of confidence I used to push around. I never heard his voice.
Yeah.
If I bust first, you ain't gonna want to rap. So I spit a verse. He spit a verse. I spit a verse. He spit a verse. I spit a verse. He spit a verse. Now I'm waiting. It's his turn. He gave so much pause. I spit another verse. And then it turned to me just going off. And DMX like, oh, you can't beat the ghetto perjury, man. You can't come with that freestyles, man. You should have left him alone. And then Game like telling me, hey, you can't beat that ghetto. And that's how me and Game became friends.
No cameras. No behind the scenes footage.
Just real flesh eyeballs.
It's just live situations.
And guess what? Game, a.k.a. Jayceon Taylor, a.k.a. Doja, had no problem at the moment bowing it down. Remember, it was before.
So who won? You won?
What? Javante Ryan.
Did he accept this loss?
Yes, he declared it. I stopped because he was saying, oh, you can't beat that ghetto part. Look, that led to us having a relationship and the communication.
Being cool.
Yeah. To the point where.
Just for a while, though.
Because what happened was I started realizing, he wasn't trying to help me progress, which I didn't hate on it because every man for himself.
You already know that's a given, dog.
Yes.
Like, it's nobody going to hold nobody's hand. You find rare ones like Nipsey Hussle that will remember the love you gave them and will, shoot it right back. But that's very rare.
Even Nip didn't shoot it right back.
It took a while.
It took some while, and he was.
But he did it in the.
But look how I get robbed. As soon as he was fully committed to it, he gone.
But he did it, bro, in the time where he didn't have to. He could have did it when he was nobody. For him to do it when he was already a factor, dog, that's major love. So Game probably didn't know that he was gonna ever get big, bro.
This type of shit. Doja, remember this? Jayceon, remember this? I remember, like I told you, I met 50 the day I walked in that trailer, right? So I walked in that trailer. The very next day was the Summer Jam at the Forum in Inglewood. Remember the Summer Jam when the G Unit niggas came on the dirt bikes?
Yeah.
All right. So I had just met 50 the day before. He told me we gonna do all the shit. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
I'm at the Summer Jam. Shout out to Del Dog, rest in peace, from Main Street. He was with Steve Harvey. I remember me and my brother and Spider. We see him backstage, and Spider didn't go in. I went backstage because the G-Unit niggas was finna get on them bikes and get on stage at the Forum. So I remember just sitting in the backstage and not knowing nobody in the room. I had never met Lloyd Banks. He was over there with all green on, with his helmet, his crew. He was mumbling to himself, getting himself ready. 50 over there. I didn't know nobody in this room but Young Buck and D-Mac from Mansfield and Game. And the only seat that was available to me was like right here, and Game was sitting like direct from me. When I walked in the room, Buck like, what up, real nigga? We gave some dap. I got introduced to Banks, and I talked to everybody, and the only person that acknowledged me was Game. And we sitting like across the couch from like this.
He acting like he don't know you?
He don't know me. Because guess what? I got inside this circle without his.
He
dog. Couldn't believe it.
I feel you.
He like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
So
he looked at you like less of him, bro.
Of course.
And he looked at himself like, hey, I'm already over here. I'm signed. Who the fuck let this guy in?
Yes, and the reason why he knew I knew them is because
that's some dirtbag shit, bro.
On God, when the chain got took, that's the first call he got from me to let me know. When the chain got took in Chicago and Buck tried to get his chain back, he saw Jojo Capone from Chicago. And when he saw Jojo Capone, he was like, hey, I seen you on Game DVD. When you come to Chicago, he be with you. So he thought it was going to be easier to get his chain back. So that's when Buck told me that, I called Game. And I'm like, hey, man, at a G Unit chain that got took in Chicago. My brother was with the niggas. I was lying, but I'm like, I feel like it got took from me. I'm trying to see what I can do to get it back. So that's the first inclination game got. Like, what the fuck is he calling me about these New York niggas? He didn't know he was on speakerphone, but Buck heard him say out the top like, man, Spider, we from Compton. Fuck them niggas.
Wow.
He supposed to be G Unit.
Yeah, that's supposed to be his brothers.
Yeah.
Those are supposed to be his homies.
Yeah.
So Game always had ulterior motives, bro.
Oh, look, on my kids, cause I remember just being a regular nigga in Compton. I remember the G Unit niggas was at Power 106 or KD or something. And I'm just regular morning listening. And they like, yeah, we looking for the homie Game. We trying to sign him to G Unit. I immediately call him. I'm like, cuz, you listen to the radio? He like, nah. I'm like, man, this nigga 50 in the G Unit niggas on the radio say they want you in the G Unit. He's like, I'm at the airport, man. He's like, man, fuck them niggas.
Wow.
He like, they just want me on the team so they can have the West Coast lock. He was like, Spider, nigga, I'm Eminem. You Eminem. I'm 50 Cent. You 50 Cent. I'm Dr. J. He like, nigga, he just want me on this wing.
Hey, that's a stepping stone though, homie.
But listen, Blue Devil. About 30 days later, Game G Unit.
So he played you.
But I pushed up on him on Brazil, and he went through a process because at that time, guess what he was telling me? 50 the realest nigga in the industry. I didn't know, appreciate him, and da. And then throughout our progression, it turned into I figured out it's all business. I won't be disappointed in niggas if I don't look for
if you keep it business. So he was just playing poker, bro. He was bullshitting you because he didn't want you to, go over there and sign with him too. He wanted all the cake for himself. Mm-hmm. He was lying all along. That's some bullshit.
You know how cold he is? When a nigga 4 Cent died, his homie that they call 4 Bent, right?
Oh, that's that big dude, huh?
Dark-skinned big nigga used to wrestle with Game when Game didn't want to wrestle.
Yeah.
He did him like that. A lot of people around. You don't feel like wrestling, guess what? You got to wrestle. You finna get body slam.
Yeah.
Little homie, that type of nigga. 4 Cent was a real one, right? So long story short, when Cuz died, on my mama, my daughter's dead homies, loved ones, Lokes, and all that, Jason called me. Like saying Cuz died late tonight, before 8 o'clock the next morning, I got a phone call saying, I need to breathe on you. We stayed 10 minutes walking from each other. I stayed in the Track News. He stayed in the Cedars. That's like right across the Compton Airport, one side to the other. So he like, cuz, I can't talk to these niggas. I need to breathe on you. When I get there on Brazil, it's $1,000 moves.
Yeah.
But I had to report to where I just sat in the living room, kind of quiet. I'm just, then finally he called me in the back. When I go in the back, he in the bathroom, cuz, in the mirror, shaving and shit. I sit on the toilet, which make me face him. While he look in the mirror, the toilet closed.
Yeah, so you're looking at him through the mirror. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's fucked up, homie. Your boy, whoopty whoop. He like, man, that nigga was a hater, man.
Wow.
That nigga was telling everybody he the real gangster and I ain't no gangster. This the coldest shit he ever told me, cuz. This the coldest shit he said was. He used to ask me all the time, do Dr. Dre know I exist? Do Eminem know I exist? I used to tell him, yeah, they know you exist. You know what the nigga told me, cuz? This how you the biggest hater in the world. He told me, man, he don't know. He had like 5, 6 deals on the table that I ain't even told him about.
4 Bent.
Yeah, he died.
That's some bullshit.
He died, according to Doja, he died not knowing.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he's one of those guys that doesn't want nobody to supersede him, bro.
No, because this is what happened. Doja got, you know what rap allowed people to be? They allow people to get public praise for being a street nigga without earning it.
Facts.
And 4 Cent was, you know how Doja, what you would consider naturally without gangster shit, he's mainstream, attractive, healthy, athletic.
Game.
Game.
Yeah, but not the other
street. Guy. The other nigga was none of that, but still popping.
Yeah.
And the only thing he had over Game was that he popping with this G shit. And Game couldn't take that.
He couldn't take it. Yeah. I remember seeing 4 Bent the first time in the documentary, the Games documentary. What was that shit called? The documentary.
The one. Yeah, I remember. It was the documentary.
Yeah, and then they were in the fucking alley, and that fool 4 Bent was rapping. That fool was sick with it, bro.
Well, that's the nigga I know. Like, right when he died, I used to go pull up at a bitch house, and I had to he was dead, and I'm like, I had to make her cause we gotta take these pictures down. Cause 4 Cent was her peoples before me, to the point where Yeah, so I knew Cuz. I used to go in Brazil. All it was, this, you know how big, Game 6'5", healthy, athletic.
Yeah.
4 Cent was a nigga that made him tussle when he didn't want to.
Yeah.
And Game never won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Back to because we got sidetracked right there. Back to this whole 50 Cent shit. How you got signed? Did he sign you to a fucking deal?
Yeah.
Like you inked a fucking pen and got a
First
bag?
time ever in my life. It was videotape. Shot Money had recorded it, and before the internet was what it was now, it used to float around. The moment I signed my contract, we was Northern California somewhere on tour because Robert Lieberman, shout out to Robert Lieberman. I got the same entertainment lawyer as Mac 10 and E40. So, you know, through Theo Stoudemire, who was 50's lawyer and my lawyer, it went back and forth a few times before it finally signed. And at the time when the lawyers agreed to the terms, I was on tour, and Shot Money took it upon himself to make sure he recorded the moment
When you guys signed?
Yeah.
That was a big thing back then, bro. Act like, sign this shit on camera,
When you got a stack of papers like this, and then only 13 of them got the little yellow tab, and you just
sign, yo.
Yeah.
So did you get an upfront bag or what was it?
$650,000 was the totality of the deal. The way it was allocated was out of the 650, I was to receive 300,000 as an advance, 150 up front, complete your album, and then you get the other 300.
50. Okay.
And then the other 350 is for promotion and distribution.
Now, were you working on? So then, when they gave you 150 up front, right?
Yes, sir.
What you do with that $150?
I gave my mama 10,000. Got myself in a high-end apartment in the marina. Put a down payment on a brand new truck. Live in.
Yeah.
And then I bought me a chain, spent 10 on the chain, that type of shit. And then I did a small investment in real estate. And if it weren't for this one decision, I would be a mad rapper struggling. Or rest in peace to Russell Whitney Jr. Go, anybody listening to me, Google Russ Whitney, Florida, Fort Myers. He was a good friend of mine at the time when I got my bread, and I was able to make a small investment in some real estate in Fort Myers, Florida, that kind of helped me sustain myself when my career didn't do what I appreciated it to do.
Yeah.
And Russ Whitney lost his life for a couple of years, but make sure you Google Russ Whitney and then Russ Whitney Jr.
Okay.
Jr. was my best friend. He died with not a best friend, but a good friend of mine.
Good friend, yeah.
And he died with a Baymax tattoo on his skin. And you'll learn your lesson. So what happened was, what was the question you asked me? Because I lost myself.
What you do with the 150K?
Yeah, so that's what I did.
The
Invested
investment?
in some real estate, bought some jewelry, bought out with my homies. I gave my mama 10, but I want to tell y'all something. I love my mama. I'm my mama only son, right? So just imagine a young nigga growing up in the ghetto, finally got 10,000 to get to his mama. I'm like, here, do this. I used to call her every few weeks, like, you buy something? She's like, no. I'm like, buy something. I am. I'm like, oh. And then, I love you, mama. I'm her only son. Cause eventually to the point where, guess what she did?
What? She gave it back to you?
Peace.
She gave it back to you?
A few hundreds at a time.
Yeah.
A few hundreds at a time. She held it. She ain't never needed it, never wanted it. I'm doing something big. In the long run, through the ups and downs, when I came back to her, she gave you.
She give them. So, hey, that's family though for you right there, bro.
Yeah.
So they give you the money up front. That was yours to keep. Now they pay for studio time. They pay for features. All that. How does that work?
Typically, that's the way it should go.
Yeah.
But me being proactive, guess what I did? Instead of paying apartment rent, I rented a studio. Thanks to Russ Whitney, I had a full 24 Control 24 board. Rest in peace. I got it from. So I had in North Hollywood, the Blue Room. I had a studio. Everybody from Sebo, J Felony, Young Buck, 50, Young Hootie, Papa Smurf, Nipsey Hussle, K Dot, J Rock.
Before they were anybody.
Yeah, all was coming through the Blue Room. My studio, all the walls used to look like that. I used to call the Blue Room. All of them. Yeah, so that's the way, that's what I had it. And then we were just building. We was working, BG Knockout, Drayster, everybody, Papa Smurf from Lanes. Yeah, that was the spot. So that's what I did with, I got a studio. My rent was $900 a month. I had a 24, a Control 24. I had the Newman. I just had a spot.
So you built your own studio, so that way you can avoid paying that.
Yes, sir.
So you did drop an album, right?
No, now to this day, I've never dropped an album.
Under G Unit.
Never. I never dropped what you would consider an album as far as having a major rollout. Never. What happened was I started dealing with independent situations that would call yourself shit an album, but all they wanted is 10 songs you got in your computer. Oh, and they call it album. But I've never got the opportunity to
a real project.
Never.
So
Mac 10, what up, cuz? You already know. We already talked. Salute to you, Mac. You might be the last hope, homie. You already know, G, homie. Colorblind. You already know what it do, man.
So why didn't the album ever get released?
Well, I have suspicions. I have no facts. But if you just analyze it all, the person who was in control of my immediate situation, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, kind of fucked up his plug.
Yeah.
And long story short, I got caught up in that. If you think about at the time where I was supposed to get off, and think about how many people the person who was supposed to set my shit off have set it off for since then, it's kind of obvious that it wasn't me. Everywhere I ever went in my life with my oratorial skill, opening my mouth, whether it was preaching, rapping, singing, or speaking, I've never had a roadblock.
Yeah.
My natural gifts has already paved my way. When I met 50, my natural skill set and my gifts established our rapport. The only time me wasn't good enough when he was the person that had the last say so. Once I gave him control, it's the only time I ever.
Yeah. It wasn't good at that point.
Yeah, but meeting him, it was perfect. Just being me.
So you never got your back end?
No, the second of the
payment.
No, what happened? This is what I did get. I got the first 150. Then once it was gone, I got 50 allocated at like 30-something hundred a month for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then once that was gone, that was it.
That was it. So because you didn't complete your part of the bargain by
No. I complete. Let me tell you something. Between me and you, Blue Devil, it was a time where I was in Connecticut at the Mike Tyson mansion.
The mansion, yeah.
My Turtle, rest in peace. That I talked my brother-in-law, rest in peace. Remember I told my Turtle that died in Florida.
Yeah.
It was me, him, and Puto. The reason why he Puto, bro, is because his grandmother is half Mexican. He from Gray.
Yeah.
And he looked like half of me, half
you. You know what that word means, right?
Yeah, of course, but we don't care. It's like, guess what? G Unit Crip is corny. Guess what we was pushing?
G Unit.
No, G Unit Crip.
Oh,
just think, you know L.A. You know how corny would it be to you think? You like, what? A G Unit Crip?
Well, isn't 50 Cent a Crip?
No, he's nothing. Listen to me. Be honest with yourself. I'm not here right now. How corny does the G Unit Crip sound? Corny, right?
Yeah.
Guess what I was pushing full-fledged? Same way. Same concept. I didn't.
Yeah.
It was because, you know, feel me?
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I said that to say, what we on? Give me the subject matter.
He wasn't 50 Cent wasn't a Crip? Doesn't he claim to be a Crip?
Nah.
He does.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The corniest shit 50 ever said. Shout out to 50. I'm gonna thank you for everything you did for me. I'm gonna say fuck you for the bullshit, but thank you for what you did. But just think how corny this sound. In LA, niggas love me like they love Hoover.
Who said that?
50. That's one of his most.
What the? When did he say that?
That's one of his most. I don't know what song, but that's one of his most popular, like, street lyrics that made. He said, in LA, niggas love me like they love Hoover.
I don't think he knows what time it is.
He does. That's the proof.
Dog.
That's the most hated. Even though they're notorious,
yeah,
the Hoovers is the most hated. But what he thought was a cool, I think he got the Chicago.
He thought because they were the most hated that, you know.
No, and plus I think the word Hoover was Chicago.
Oh, Larry Hoover?
Yes.
Probably.
And you gotta realize the nigga that told me when he met me, when I see myself again, I get excited. The reason I know this is a phrase, he said, the way I look at it, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. I learned that phrase from Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
But I think he got to a point in our experience where the risk to him outweighed the reward.
Probably, unless you did some fuck shit and you don't remember you did it.
No, I've done no fuck shit since the day I was born.
Okay, fuck it. So once you left that label, once you left that label,
I never got the opportunity to leave the label because I thought I was with the label.
I saw something that said you never left the label.
I never left. He never told me it was over.
So he's never dropped you, never. So basically, you still from G Unit to this day.
G Unit Crip. No. Whether New York niggas ever acknowledge me, mention me, or nothing, it's GUC. G Unit Crip. ECG Unit Crip. 1597 banging. What you mean? Cause yeah, I gotta be. You know what's real funny to me, Blue Devil? Before I ever met 50 Cent or a New York nigga or anything, you know how LA gang banging shit is, just being creative. My hood at that point was separated in cliques. We had the head busters. We from 97th Street.
Yeah.
The niggas that grew up with 95, they was claiming 95. We was, guess what one of the cliques was called?
Tell me.
The G Unit.
No bullshit. For real?
Yeah, I met 50
Oh,
and them.
fuck.
Like, yeah, so like, yeah. That's why Hold
It
On
was
100.
meant to be.
Whack Hold On 100 trying to tell the whole world. He told me, man, I ain't never heard it. He don't have no idea.
He don't know, bro. Yeah, that motherfucker talks too much, bro. But we'll get to him right now.
All right.
So when you left G Unit, you don't need to take a bathroom break or nothing, do you?
Yeah, I do need to
You
piss.
do? All right, so check this out. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna come back with the bullshit, with the beef, with the drama, with the shit that everybody wants to hear. You know, I got some questions to ask about when you were shooting a video in the blood section.
I saw that shit you posted today. Good looking. God, I love you for that, homie.
And you know, Grandpa got
God.
knocked out from Games Hood. Remember?
I
And
know
then
that.
and then also the
I know
video,
you posted that shit about Lil Wayne
the
today.
Lil Wayne video, and then the Mexicans that got beat down at the gas station.
Gotcha.
So we gonna get to all that. So give us 5 minutes. We're gonna take a break real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Nah, fuck that. 5 for C-Mac. I'm going to need 7 minutes for SBI.
We're gonna need 7 minutes. There you go. We'll be
set.
back.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
chop it up and do your little shit.
All right, we back live.
Facts over feelings.
Here we go.
Haters only. SPI, BD. What it do, like?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. There you go. All right, we back. All right, well, enough with the. I didn't even bring my water. Let me get my water in here. Hold on. All right, enough with the politically correct bullshit. Everybody wants to hear the story, the Spider Loc story. You've been in the game for a very long time. Since what, 2002 maybe?
What I would consider the real game, I paroled in 99. I met my nigga Wino from what I know, my G homie, who was heavily attached to Coolio and a whole lot of people in the industry in about 99 to 2000. So I started really recording, being able to work with niggas like Cam, Yuck Mouth, Drace to the Gangster, J.O. Felony, fucking with Trey D, Sebo from Sacramento, fucking with Wino in about like 99 to 2000. Then from there, Blue Da Vinci, who also the rapper BMF, he from one I know. We was together fucking with our homie Wino. When he met Meech in about 01, 02 or 99, right back in that time, we was a part. My first rap record was a label. My homie Big Sight, from what I know, his daddy had a jewelry store downtown in the jewelry district. And when Wino, from what I know, established his label, Hard Time Records, he went through the homie Big Sight daddy to get his pendants made. I remember Wino told us, I got the mold made. It's a mold downtown at this address. If you want to get you a chain, go down there. So Wino had a platinum chain, and his mold was a lot larger. But when he got his deal for Jake from J Core Records to put the Camp album out, he gave me my first deal with no paperwork was $5,000 for my G homie Wino from one I know, cause Coolio producer did Gangsta Paradise. His main record he did on the Coolio project was You Wanna Ride on a Fantastic World.
Oh yeah, that shit was classic back in the
set.
I was a kid bumping that shit, bro.
On the set, that's my G homie that did that. So what happened was when I came home from the pen in '99, my big homie Bumpy from the set, I'm pressing him about helping me get in the industry. He like, cuz if you want to rap, you need to meet your homie Wino from one I know. So he introduced me to Wino. Through Wino, I met Sebo from Sacramento, Trey D from Long Beach, Daz from Long Beach. I knew Cam from Watts, but through Wino, I got re-affiliated with Cam, Dub C. He had that
circle, yeah,
locked in. So what happened was, during that period of time, I'm calling myself a fucking Wino artist. Blue wasn't getting along with Wino. Him and the homie Spade, from what I know, they was in a group called Lower Class, and they was beefing. And Blue came across Big Meech in the BMF situation. I remember Blue used to tell me, like, cuz, fuck Wino, cuz. The niggas I just met, they gonna put my music out, but they don't care nothing about music, cuz they got money, we gonna do this.
Bro, it sounds like everyone hates on everybody, bro. From the sound of it.
When you think about it, what's that shit?
It's cutthroat.
What's that shit where you got the apostrophe up and down, yin and yang?
Yeah, yin and yang. Yeah, the black and the white one.
You got everything is the exact opposite amount of the opposite.
Yeah.
Life. That's what life is, bro.
Yeah. Love and hate. Hate and love.
And you know what we believe? That in the long run, it's going to be 100% love and 99% hate. We think love is going to win.
Nah, I wish. You think so?
No, you named yourself devil, so I know what you believe. Cause I don't.
There you go.
You could be a blue devil, or you could be a white angel. You could be a black angel. You could be a brown angel. You could be a blue angel.
Or you could be realistic.
And reality will cause you to be comfortable being a BD. I feel you, Lo. It's a beautiful world, and beautiful might not be pretty. It's still beautiful.
Hey, so check this out. You did a video on Games Block, right? The Beautiful World. Is that what the song was called?
The remix.
Right?
Shout out Papa Smurf and my nigga Pipe the Smite from Grape.
Now, when you shot that video there, why the fuck were you doing a video in blood territory?
You asked the perfect question. Well, I was born and raised in Compton all my life. What happened was one day I was driving down Wilmington, and when I drove past Brazil, I seen a crowd of niggas standing in front of the gate like they was taking a picture or doing a video. So I swooped up my nigga G Malone from 7th Street Watts, who was a Blue Division, which was
The rapper.
Cub was over there that day in amongst the pictures. I had already, at that time, I was shooting the Beautiful World remix video. So when I pulled up, they was over there doing what they was doing. I'm like, what up, cuz? What's happening? I'm telling Big Face, I'm like, I'm shooting Beautiful World remix video right now. He like, man, come get some scenes over here, because he was not getting along with his brother.
Yeah.
So a disloyal, coward, weak, weirdo nigga who was having a family beef extended an invitation to his brother, rap rival, to come.
Yeah, some bullshit, dog.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
On Crip, I accept the invitation off top playing chess.
Yeah, of course. You were doing what the fuck you were supposed to do, bro.
Thank you.
Listen, I don't know why people get angry to say shit, but you're doing what you're supposed to do, bro. It was Big Face, the one that fucked up by inviting you over, knowing that you had beef with his brother. That kind of bullshit is that?
And G-Ride know. It wasn't like I asked could I come and Face accepted me. He invited me.
So everybody had the misconception that you asked to be there.
Never, cuz. Never. When I put up on them, I told them we shooting the video. Big Face invited me to come get some red rag scenes over on their street. So I obliged. I accepted the invitation, and I went over there with Papa Smurf to get a bunch of the red rag footage on Brazil in the dead end, because Big Face invited me. However,
but from the video though, it didn't look like there's a bunch. It looked all blue.
Because the name of the song, Beautiful World, and it was okay for it to be that because they knew we was trying to highlight the red verse anyway. So we gonna give y'all your moment.
Okay.
They was accepting the all blue. But apparently, I guess while we was over there for so many hours, it got the buzzing that we was over there. I think Doja Game got aware of it.
Yeah.
He got in touch with White Boy.
Yeah, that big motherfucker.
He rest in peace right now.
Oh, he gone?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
He rest in peace. And I think from what I understand, once Game realized what it was, he hollered at White Boy and kind of like got to understand it with him. If you go do whatever, I got you, whatever it was. So White Boy,
he was Game's OG.
Yeah, he was Game and Face OG.
Oh shit, okay.
White Boy was a quote unquote reputable in Compton.
He was with the business.
Yeah, rest in peace, my homie Big Kip from Out the Track News. I used to know White Boy before all this because he used to be. That's what I want people to know. It wasn't never about Cripping with White Boy, because Crip was real cool with Kip and a whole lot of other G Crips. That wasn't what it about.
It was just the fact that you were, over there when Game was doing his thing. It just made him look bad.
Somebody asked you to push a line. So okay, I got you. So what happened was I'm over there, we did our thing, whatever. I'm gonna keep it real. It was a young nigga over there from Cedar, a nigga I know, my nigga Frog. Before all that shit went bad, let me tell y'all something. When it come to Face and my nigga Frog, it's like this. Face, Frog.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Face tell him, on blood, Pyru, blood, we can go in the backyard, get down, just me and you. It was some small shit, but he went real big on him that day. And it was the young nigga you knew he wasn't finna go back there.
Yeah.
And Face took that moment to do all that, to show out, right? But we shoot the video, hours pass. It's a bitch ass nigga, the same nigga that got shot in New York at Hot 97 from Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
He was there.
Okay.
So, cuz bitch ass, he like, I didn't send him to the store to get white t-shirts for me and my homies. He cool as fuck. Somehow, throughout the hours, he went from having a regular t-shirt on to having a Black Wall Street shirt on. I'm leaving, I'm bagging out of Brazil, finna pull up on Wilmington. My big homie Ant, rest in peace, because it was so crowded that day. Big Ant didn't have no parking place on Brazil. So when I'm trying to bag out my truck on Brazil, Big Ant had parked on Wilmington somewhere, and he like seeing the whole scene. So when I'm bagging out, my homie called me like, cuz, be careful, cuz. It's a big light-skinned nigga on the corner, act like he having problems.
He got the phone call.
He
got the phone call.
So the nigga, so listen to me. Look, Blue Devil. So what happened was, when he told me that, guess what I do? I put my shit out of reverse, back in drive. I pulled back up in the dead end to back where I had just left Face. I say, Face, my big homie just called me and said, woody, woody, woo.
Yeah.
You know what George told me? He man, like, that ain't nothing. No.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He ain't shit. Yeah,
And
yeah.
why I asked him, guess what I'm doing, Blue Devil? I'm
Grabbing the strap. Yeah,
I'm like,
fact.
what's up? He like, it ain't nothing. So guess what I do? All right, I go in reverse, bag out, I leave off Brazil, make a right on Wilmington, make the right on Compton Boulevard. I'm on my way to the east side, to the set, to the 90s. I'm driving. Before I could get off Compton Boulevard to make the right on Central, from Wilmington to Central, my big homie aunt called me and was like, cuz, that nigga Face on his back. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, nigga Face on the back. I'm looking at it right now. So, woo, I'm driving to the hood. We about 5-6 cars deep. Before I get to the hood, I get another call like, hey, I think I got all that shit on camera. I'm like, you lying.
That's when he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you lying. He like, yeah. So when I finally pull up in the set, the homie crashed. One I know, he going through the camera. We see it. I see everything. So I'm like, fuck it. We finna put that shit out. So we in the blue room later on that night. My mama, cuz. So back then, rendering was a word.
Yeah,
with
bro.
video niggas.
Yeah, rendering. Yeah,
Take
that's
hours
a bitch.
to render.
Yep.
So I remember we went through hours preparing it and it's rendering, and it crashed. Telling me like, oh, it's gonna be live in about whatever. Last minute, I got a thought. I'm like, hey, when you put it out, can you put my song "Beautiful World" up under it?
Ooh.
He was like, yeah. I made him stop it, and he had to redo it, put it under, and then remember, Face got knocked out. It took about 5-6 seconds. I told him, bro, make him fall enough times to where the whole song play. So
Oh shit! So replay. Yeah.
So he made the whole song play, and from the time he got knocked, he just made it go over.
Yeah.
I swear to God, Blue Devil, cut. This was like whatever year that happened. I had 100,000 views in one day. I went to sleep one night, woke up, it was 100,000 views back then.
Yeah, that's like a million now.
That's look. If we really think about it, cuz I think that's the first viral shit
hip hop video.
on him. And look, you posted one today too.
Oh yeah, I posted one, but hold on.
That's another one, fool.
But back to that one right there, bro. He got knocked out because of you.
Yeah.
So you started that whole shit.
My idea, this is what happened. Crips over there doing the extras, which was cool. Cause guess what? On my mama, Face could have came to my hood, did the same thing at the time. If I wanted it, it was cool.
Yeah.
Ask Papa Smurf from Lanes. We do that. But he did it in disloyalty to his brother. And I believe this is what happened. I can't confirm this, but I believe Game became aware, let White Boy know what was going on, told him, if you regulate, I will do so-and-so. And I think White Boy came over there pushing the line, just politicking. Because let me tell you what White Boy did. He waited, because once we bagged up off that block, once I bagged up, White Boy was still on the corner with a shirt on. He wouldn't walk down his own hood street until we was gone.
Wow.
Once we was gone, you go look at the footage. He took his shirt off. Then he went down there and pressed on them niggas.
And he took that fool's chain too.
That day?
I don't know if it was that day, but there was a video where he was holding the chain. Man, that shit was comedy, bro.
But you know, that was the second time he had knocked Face out, according to the streets.
Knocked him down twice, huh?
Yeah. You know he dead, though.
Who? Yeah, you told me he's dead.
Like, rest in peace to White Boy. And it's real tricky. But
and then Big Face did a whole interview in the middle of the street on the couch, right?
The next day, and Big Face recently, like in the last few months, that bitch ass nigga, he was on social media, right? And he was like praising a dead rat from my hood. You know how we hate rats, right?
Facts.
But then in your house, how much is a dead rat? You really get rid of them, right?
Facts.
It's a dead rat from 97 East Coast that I introduced Face to way back. And then I recently stumbled across Face sucking cuz dick on. Fuck you. You's a hoe, cuz, George.
You know what they say though? An enemy of what do they say? A friend of yours is a friend of mine. Enemy of yours is a friend of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they do that on purpose, bro. They try to bring
you know how
up people.
disloyal he is? I remember the time me pushing the line on Game when I'm getting that Face like, why your brother ain't keeping it 100? This is what Face used to tell me. Man, I ain't no rapper. My brother a rapper. I'm a gangster. He used to point at a tattoo on his neck that said, my brother's keeper. This nigga's so goofy, such a weirdo. He didn't realize that in the future, he used to tell me he don't like his brother because only reason he rapping is because he used to read my rap books.
I heard that, bro. Well, you see the videos where Big Face said it's because of him. He was the
You know
rapper.
what he told me before that? I ain't no rapper. I'm a gangster. He used to point at a tattoo, say, my brother's keeper. He like, he the rapper. I don't rap. And then I saw what you just saw. I'm like, how can both be true, George?
It's one or the other.
Did your daddy molest your brother, though? Keep it a Google. Did your daddy molest gang? Keep it real. I just want to know that.
So after that whole situation, bro, you know, your career sort of like up and downs. You know,
More
up and
down,
downs,
more
up and
downs
downs,
than ups.
more downs and ups. A lot of videos pop up all over the fucking place. Like I posted one today. Let's talk about the Lil Wayne incident.
Yeah.
That shit right there, dog. Like
Shout out to T-Pain.
when that happened, that shit went also viral. So now you got a couple of viral videos. How'd you get the drop on that?
Well, I had a studio. Remember we was talking about the Blue Room?
The Blue Room, yep.
The address was actually in North Hollywood off of Cahuenga and Magnolia. So that was my address for quite some time. The actual studio, it was in like a similar to this industrial area where you got different studios.
Yeah.
On the same exact address, separated from audio to visual, the owner also had a motherfucking where you could rent and come shoot music videos.
Okay, like a green screen shit.
Green
like that?
screen and all that, a little stage, but there was a chain link fence separating
Buildings.
the audio from the visual side. And in order to get from the recording studios to the visual, you have to drive around the corner, even though you're at the same address.
Okay.
So it's like two different places, but the same. So what happened was one day I'm in there with E-Note, who sung the hook on Beautiful World. Shout out to E-Note, a.k.a. Replay. So we in the studio doing what we do, whatever. I had a song with T-Pain on the hook called Drop Top Queen that I had got from Fetty Fail. Power 106, shout out to Fetty Fail. I got it from Fetty Fail. It's a record they produced. I never met T-Pain. Got it from Fetty Fail. Submitted it to G-Unit, and 50 liked it. So it was I wanted to get at T-Pain, like, look, I got this. I want to.
That was when T-Pain was hot.
He was hot.
Yeah, he was the main thing at that time.
The day I met T-Pain, he was shooting a video to, you can find me out in Aspen. It was that. That was the video shoot.
Okay.
That they can't shoot. At
Right
the same,
there?
you know how we are right now?
Yeah.
Imagine on the next lot, they shooting a video.
Yeah.
It was just like this, bro. So, bam. But only thing to get over there, we had to.
Go around the fence.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so you feel me. So, so what happened was I've been having this record with T-Pain for a while. I was in the studio with E-Note. I need to burn a CD. So I walked from my studio. I had no blanks to go talk to my white boy E-Rock from the Riff. Shout out to E-Rock. Well, he did the Beautiful World beat. The reason why there's a Blue Room is because he had the Red Room. Long story short, I go to E-Note. I need a blank CD. When I go to see E-Note, I look through the gate. I can see the Grip team. They doing a big video over here.
Yeah.
I can see it. So there was a white boy on the opposite side of the gate getting some shit out of the truck, some cones. I'm like, hey, y'all shooting a video? He like, yeah. I'm like, is somebody big? He like, yeah. I think so. He said, I think so. He's like, somebody named T-Pain. You ever heard of him?
Fucking white boy don't know what the
White
fuck's
don't
going
have
on.
a clue. He like, yeah, T-Pain. You ever heard of him? Now, mind you, remember, I got the record.
The record. So you're like, fuck yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah. So I immediately go back. I tell Eno, I'm like, guess who over there shooting the video? T-Pain. Woo. So I want to burn a copy of this song. I'm like, I want to go woo. So long story short, man, it's just me and Eno, the R&B nigga, by ourselves. We go to drive around the corner to get, remember I told you you had to drive around.
Yeah.
When we got down that dead end, they had somebody with a black polo with security in their shirt sitting in a folding chair blocking traffic with a flashlight.
Yeah, make sure nobody gets in.
Yes. So when I pull up, he stopped me. He like, you here for T-Pain? I'm like, nah. The very next question was, you here for Lil Wayne?
That's it. Bingo.
Bingo. But
Bingo.
my answer is like, nah.
Nah.
I said, I got a studio down here.
Yeah.
His immediate response was like, oh, my bad. Let me through.
Yep.
So, but my mind's thinking like, Lil
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking like Lil Wayne. And all I knew is y'all on God, on some Crip shit. Lil Wayne at that time had a popular lyric that said, Sue Woo gang, if you ain't with that, you in the food chain. And in my circle mind, we learned from food chain, when they taught us about the food chain, they taught us about the ocean.
Yeah.
It was, in the ocean you got crabs.
Yeah.
So in my mind, it was just, he
was dissing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dissing.
So I didn't want to beat him up, trip on him, but I want to ask you about it on some gangbang shit and just see what your response is.
Yeah.
I'm in the industry enough to, I feel like I got that for you when I see you.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. So I wanted to hear you. It was a popping record for him at that time about the food chain. So I wanted to see, I also knew he had just took some college classes and he supposed to be a lyricist. I thought he was trying to be smarter than whatever. So I wanted to hear about that. So when I found out he was over there shooting a video, no, I told you I'm coming down there. He was like, "You here for Lil Wayne?" Now, mind y'all, I only wanted to get this clearance from T-Pain.
Yeah, but you got lucky. You got lucky that night.
But when I got in the video, what happened was me and Eno, when I walked in, T-Pain head security was like, I don't know what race he is, but his name is Anton. He's not black. He's not white. But when I met 50 Cent, he was 50 Cent top of security. He's T-Pain's head security.
Okay.
He know me real good.
Oh, shit.
So when I'm mobbing the thing, I swear to God, when Anton seen me, he looked, he came straight to me. He like, "What up, Lo?" When you hear 50 Cent tell a story, when he got signed to Dr. Dre and he went on tour the first night, his security got shot in the foot. It's Anton.
Damn. So
Yeah.
you got lucky 2 times, bro.
He just happened to be there.
Yeah.
I've been on the road with Anton. So Anton, although when you look at him, he don't look like that guy. Guess what he is? Every guy that's that guy in the industry works for him. He hires them.
Yeah.
So when I see him, he walk right. He like, "What up, Loke?" I tell him the real. I'm like, "I got this song. I just want
Get clearance, yeah.
Yeah. T-Pain got the ladies around him, the cameras singing, "When I see you out in Aspen." So I just pull up. So as soon as the directors him say, "Cut,"
Boom.
Tom, he walked right over to T-Pain. You can see him over there walking to T-Pain. As soon as he talked, T-Pain come over to me. I humbly present my situation. Drop Top Queen, you know, yo, he like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Philly Phil, I'm trying to work it out. Woo, woo. I just want to know if I push it, would you support it?" "Oh yeah, man, I got you." Woo, woo. Bam. All right, we leave. Now, when I was there, a square nigga I know, Shaggy was there.
The rapper Shaggy?
Nah,
All right.
I don't want to put him on blast, but
Okay, not.
underground, no. I told Shaggy, I'm like, "Look, fool, when I got here, they told me, they thought Lil Wayne was coming. I said, "Nigga, let me know." Remember, my address is on the side of the gate.
Yeah.
I got hours to be at my studio. And I was
Hold on. Push your thing in.
right here.
Yeah, the back of it.
So I got hours of understanding that Lil Wayne is on his way to this address because the security
So
actually,
he's not there yet.
no,
Okay, pulling up.
yes. And remember, it's just me and Eno in my studio, just 2 of us. So, but when I put up, the security asked me, "You here with T-Pain?" "No." "You here with Lil Wayne?"
Nah, you got your own shit, yeah.
And I'm like, "Whoa." Yeah. So when I get back, I told T-Pain, told me, "Yeah, I fuck with you." He knew the record. Whoa. I get back, whoa. Now, because the security told me, I said, "Lil Wayne is on his way." Before I left, I told Shaggy, my nigga Shaggy, I'm like, "Look, nigga, let me know when Lil Wayne pull up." He promised me he's gonna let me know. So much time passed, I kept calling him, and he was like, "He ain't got here yet. He ain't got here yet." He never told me nothing. But in the meantime, guess what I was doing? I called 2 niggas. My nigga Shice from 6 Deuce East Coast, rest in peace. He's fresh out the pen, brand new Lexus on his jack shit. I say, "Cuz, look, Lil Wayne finna be at my address real soon. If you want to score, cuz, pull up." In the meantime, Wisset Avenue Payback was my artist.
Yeah.
I'm in North Hollywood. So,
He right up the street.
yeah, so guess how many OVGs and Wissets pulled up? The most of the presidents you saw, them was Wissets and OVGs. Because the most niggas. So, 40 Glock bitch ass also got the call and pulled up.
So you didn't call him directly.
No.
So he just wrote somebody else did from the.
Somebody in the crew.
Okay.
And when we finally was at the Blue Room, waiting for Shaggy to call me and tell Lil Wayne was around the corner, 40 Glock pulled up in the mix. It turned into 2 Crips to like
40.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 40 Glock was one of them. There was such thing as a kite phone. KYTE. It was a phone. It was orange. The first live device you could have. 40 Glock bitch ass. He had one in his hand. I had cameras on deck
Yeah.
that we can get our
Shoot,
footage.
edit. drop it, all that, right?
Yes.
But this fool had a device that let you go live.
He was going live before we left to go around the corner.
Damn, talk about a clout chaser.
Thank you. And we had an argument. I'm telling him, cuss, stop. And long story short, we went around there while he was still live. What happened was...
Because you can't, first, listen, to the people that don't know, when you go live, bro, you can't edit shit. Whatever you say, whatever you do is going to be out there for life.
And 40 Glock bitch ass was telling his fans, Lil Wayne around the corner, we finna go around there in advance of us going.
Yeah, so you can imagine, bro, somebody could have reached out to Wayne. Somebody could have sent that to him.
And my request to Payback, I'm in his hood. This is my artist. This is what I asked him. I just begged him. Cuz, can you have your homies come and just thrash the video, just dog shit? They was on a dead end. It was green light, perfect. This is what I had. Guess what Payback was promised me? I got you. Say less. So that's what it was. Then 40 Glock popped up with the rest of the crowd, and he was going live. Me and him arguing. You know I was arguing with you, bitch ass nigga. I'm like, cuz, don't do that, woo woo. Cuz went live. So when we got so what happened was, my other partner from 190, he actually went around there before me to go down that dead end. And he called me on the phone while we was around there mounting up. He was like, hey, they leaving. They leaving right now. So we go to pull up. We pull up, woo. And they in a dead end. Now we coming down a dead end. Crap. I don't know if y'all heard that. The homie told me that they in 2 SUVs, Escalades. So when we pull up, it's 2 Escalades.
Yeah.
But the black kind look like you got a driver driving.
The limo, yeah.
So, but we so deep, they coming out of dead end, we like block them off. They can't get past us. We jump out. I'm looking for Lil Wayne, cause Suwoo gang full chain. But it's tinted windows. All you see in the 2 vehicles, you see white drivers with the black tie, white shirt, professional drivers. When we get out and pop, you see all locks going, everything locked, everybody on a cell phone, and you see Baby and Slim.
You could see them through the front, right?
Yeah, it wasn't no limo tent.
Okay.
It was like a brown tent.
Yeah.
So, like Baby and Slim was like on the middle row of the first SUV. The second SUV looked empty except for the driver. My mind, Lil Wayne, under the seats, ducked somewhere.
Shit. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He hiding.
Facts.
Cause we see Baby and Slim eyeball to eyeball, and they immediately pick up their phone. They call it Top Dog, Glasses, Mac 10. They calling everybody they know. Like, hey, it's going down right now. Where we at? Woo, woo, woo.
Or Popo.
Popo too. But I got confirmation of certain people.
Okay.
Glasses for sure
and
Top Dog. Yeah.
Facts.
Shout out to Top and Glasses. They called them for sure. So anyway, while that's going on, from the footage y'all see, you see who's doing the most. 40 Glock, bitch ass.
Yeah, yelling.
Who ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Nobody well, you didn't invite him.
I didn't invite
That's
him.
not
He
his
popped
spot.
up. No, not at all. And he trying to ride the wave as much as he can. My thing was, he was really coming to wreck shop.
Yeah.
While that shit was going on, y'all, I was running around to Payback in the Whistle saying, cuz, at least make your homies bust a car window or something.
Yeah, because with the edit, if you would have recorded it with your regular camera, you could have fucking edited that shit out.
Look,
you could have edited
nobody that was with me. Look, before any young niggas pulled up, I told Payback was I said, cuz, I need your homies to go through that motherfucker and just wreck shop, nigga.
Yeah.
Kick over, rob, do everything. He's like, and Payback owed me this. Through our whole, he was like, I got you. I got you.
He was ready, yeah.
Yes. So when we got over there, what happened was 40 Glock was live. And as it started being that, we would just, I was on site, off camera, telling 40 Payback, like, tell your homie. Guess what? He was like, pointing at 40 Glock.
Yeah.
They on camera. They don't want to do nothing.
Yeah,
That's
facts,
why you didn't see a window bust. That's why you didn't see nothing.
Yeah. Do you think they would have Birdman and Slim? You think they would have done something?
I thank God that 40 Glock hold out that day. Thank you, 40, for being a bitch ass nigga that day, 40 Glock, for going on camera. You saved my life. You saved the safety of a lot of the homies that was there ready to wreck shop. And you taught us that in the industry, it ain't about real nigga shit. It's about this whole nigga shit.
Make it look like it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
the perception of you are somebody.
Yes, yeah. See, what people don't really realize is that I've been knowing I got G homies from 9-7 East Coast. My big homie Kojak and my big homie D, they got Cash Money tattoos. Way before anything.
With the Bloods and shit.
It's just a long story. Like, this shit ain't new to me, cuz Chris Street. I'm getting off track, Blue Devil. Keep me on track.
Yeah. So 40 Glock was on live and all that shit. So how'd they end up leaving? You guys moved out the way and just fuck it.
Yeah, what happened was we did our shit, we stunted, all that, and because 40 Glock was going live and off of the camera, I was trying to get the rider to push. Everybody was, anybody that was willing to commit a crime was throwing their hands up saying,
Like, not on tape.
yeah.
Yeah, not on tape. That's why I said it would have been better with the recorded footage. You could have at least ran through it.
Shout out to Big Trap.
Put this out, not
But
put that out.
that was the way we went, and that's the way we planned. But because of 40 Glock, he robbed us of that opportunity.
Bro, that looked like a 40 Glock incident when they came out.
Thank you.
It looked like that was his shit.
Thank
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I promise y'all. I swear to God, because I'm going to accept the L before I claim something like that as a W. That's why Whack Ho No 100 is a lie. Guess what, Whack? You know why you see me on the internet clowning Whack Ho No 100 constantly?
Talk about it.
Because he lied on me. The incident he lied on me about was an incident where 40 Glock had game up against the numbers.
Yeah.
And 40 Glock had game scared to the point where he called Whack for protection. Guess what Whack has done? He's put me at the incident. I was never there.
The one where 50 Cent was inside and Suge rolled up, right? Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Yeah. And then supposedly 50 pulled out a Tech 9 or some shit like that.
No, I haven't heard that part. The version I heard from Whack Ho No 100, a.k.a. Cash Jones from Pacoima Pyro, who got more love for anybody than he got for Birdman, who kissed Wayne on the mouth. Cash Jones. This is what he says. He says that Game was in trouble at the hotel. Myself, 40 Glock, Mobb Deep, and some other people had Game in a compromised position. We was trying to press him. We spit on his car. He said he got a call from Game. He said he was somewhere else with Suge Knight when he got the call, and Game was asking him for help.
Yeah.
Yes. He said when he first told Suge what was going on, Suge was uninterested in helping. But he wants the world to believe he checked Suge. No, that's the homie Pyro. We got to go check on him. But meanwhile, Blue Devil, the whole time, I want to have problems with you. I got you. I just spit on your car. I got the numbers. And I'm waiting. Whack wants the world to believe he had enough time to get a call, convince Suge we need to respond, get there. I still ain't did nothing. He wants the world to believe he showed up and checked me about ain't no such thing as ECG unit Crips and all this.
Yeah, that
never happened.
That don't sound right, bro.
And you know what to help me? You know what happened? Prodigy, rest in peace, wrote about the incident in his book. And he broke his neck to include every name that was there. Guess who he excluded?
Who?
And guess what? He mentioned me in his book multiple times when I was
Before
there.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where my whole beef with Whack Ho No 100 came. When he lied on me, I committed myself to telling the truth on him.
But weren't you guys cool after that?
No, never been cool.
After that? When did he lie about that recently?
No, he lied about that way in the back. Remember, I got sons that are 14, 15, and 16 years old. When they were born is when I took my hiatus. I left shit alone.
Because that fool be saying that you were texting them, sending them fucking songs that, you know, to try to get signed to his label.
No, never tried to get signed. No. Remember, I told you the Best Friend song.
Yeah.
When I had the Best Friend song, I sent it to Nipsey, Jada Kiss,
Yeah.
Mozzie.
Yeah.
And guess who else got it?
Whack 100, yeah.
Because he had just got Savi third. And I was trying to impress my homie.
So he thinks that you sent it directly to him.
I did.
Yeah, but
no,
he wasn't the only one.
Whack don't think nothing wrong. He wants y'all to think something wrong.
Yeah.
Whack, Ho, No, 100, no, exactly his. Cuz no, he can't fuck with me on no nan level. You know how bad he proves it? Guess what he tries to prove? Guess what he tried to trick the world is? He tried to trick the world to believe he's from L.A.
Yeah.
And Compton. That's it. He lost right there. Guess how? You know how Whack could be who he was? if he was like Snoop Dogg or fucking who else from a place in California? I'm gonna give you
Long Beach. Yo, Long Beach, yeah.
but North Long Beach. I'm forget Vince Staples.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Vince Staples. You know how awkward it is for me from North Long Beach? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
When Snoop first started starting Long Beach, nobody cared.
Yeah. It was Compton.
Pacoima, it sound good.
Yeah.
With the exposure Wack has, Pacoima could be on the map. But he wanted to be so much like me and everybody else from Compton and LA that he don't even know how to represent where he from.
Why you think he doesn't want to rep his valley?
Shout out to Messi. Shout out to G Principal. Shout out to Pork Chop. Shout out to D Slim. My niggas from 2P. My niggas from Swan that know the business. The thing is, with the industry, it's easy to get points that you don't deserve.
Yeah.
The challenge is to get your hood to come and validate them same points.
Yeah.
Wack Ho No 100 established a perception with the industry that his hood was not willing to validate. And rather than him going through the process of getting the validation from his hood, he rather go outlaw, like, fuck all them.
Yeah.
But cuz ain't shit, cuz on my mama.
Yeah, because all he talks about is L.A., rolling 60s, Compton, and it's like,
and
dog.
if Snoop Dogg felt like Wack Ho No 100 felt, we would have never heard about Long Beach. All we would have knew about was
Dre,
Compton
yeah.
and South Central, like Ice Cube and NWA was saying.
Yeah.
Same thing with, shout out, I know he got politics right now. I ain't gonna shout him out in the sense of a shout out, but just think of 03 Greedo. Cuz could have came out South Central, Compton. You know how long Watts been waiting on a shot?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, think about it. Long Beach wasn't nothing until Snoop Dogg said so.
So you think that his homeboys fuck with him?
OD, 03?
No, Wack.
He got look, this is what Wack has got access to.
Money.
The young, yeah. And because of that, you got the young niggas that's from 2Ps that really don't know no better. He got them. Then you got one compromised homie, Cuban Rob, that'll play both sides.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: on my mama, dead homies, daughters, lokes, loved ones, everything I love and live for. When it come to access, politicking, pushing the line, I'm more from 2Ps in the beat than Wack Ho No 100 is. On my mama, I ain't finna say all the names, but you bitch ass nigga, Cash Jones nigga. I'm more from Pacoima Pyro than you is, you bitch ass nigga. I could call more of your homies to mount up right now than you can, hoe ass nigga.
Why you think that was always trying to prove himself?
Because some people would rather be a character in a cartoon or on a video game that's good for them versus somebody that the characters are based on. Some people, some characters are based on real life shit.
Yeah.
And then there's some characters that ain't shit without real life. Wack is the opposite. That's all he is. The only thing he's ever established himself as a public figure is, look, everybody listen to me. Everybody listen to me. The only thing Wack Ho No 100 for Cash Jones is saying, I know and I'm cool with, insert
a bunch of names.
That's it.
That's it, dog.
That's it.
That's why he's always name dropping. And every time I do my reactions, I be listening to it, and he always got to go out of his way to name drop someone.
That's it.
And it's like, why is he don't have to name drop.
Just think about his top rapper. What is the Doja Game's biggest flaw? All he do is name drop. All his verses. Wack is nothing but somebody who claims to know people that got a reputation. That's his whole shit.
Hey, all right, Wack 100 is what it is. Eventually somebody gonna catch him slipping, bro. Eventually somebody gonna catch him slipping, and eventually that's on him. Whatever the fuck he got going on. There's a video that I put out today that is titled "Spider Loke fucks up a Mexican" or some shit like that. I forget what the fuck I say. There's a video of you at a gas station. People were sending me videos yesterday knowing that you were coming. You want to narrate that video? Because there's no audio in that fucking video, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
We could play the video if you want me to play it.
Please do. Go ahead. That'll make it real clean.
All right, let me play this video real quick.
Because my best friend from high school is Bobby Montoya. He's a Sereno, but he when we was in high school and private school in Glendale, he joined the Asian gang. But you know when you go to jail, he's a Sereno.
Yeah.
It's my boy, but look, that's that's hard. That's hard.
All right, so let's play it and just tell me when to pause this motherfucker.
All right, so what before this moment,
All right.
when I got this video from my lawyer and I went to court, I realized they chose to start the video.
You went to court for this shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. Where was this at? L.A.
This is at, if you go, you see where the driver door is?
Yeah.
If you walk for 2.5 minutes, you'll be at Compton College.
Okay.
If you walk from that driver door 2.5 minutes or less, Compton College is right there. That's Alameda.
Okay.
Or Santa Fe.
So you in the hood?
Yeah, in the hood. So what happened was, I had just left Haiti though, the other country.
Oh shit, you were out. You were out.
This morning, like just think, midnight, red eye flight. I landed in LAX from being in Haiti on a mission trip for 7 days. Just got back, got a ride. My niece picked me up from LAX in her car, and when she went to sleep, I told her I'm gonna give you some gas.
Okay.
It's about 7, 8 in the morning. I just left from a mission trip.
So you tired like a motherfucker.
And positive.
You haven't slept.
Positive, happy, all positive.
On point, yeah.
Not in no gangster shit. Go to the gas station, they fill their tank up. Now, to the passenger side, when I first pulled up, you see how I can go to the pump? I couldn't reach it because another car was blocking me.
Yeah.
So it was a Paisa type dude. So when he parked, you see, I'm trying to get gas from that pump.
Yeah.
He was trying to get gas from the other pump. Excuse me. Don't trip, BD. He was trying to get gas from the other pump. When I first pulled up, I couldn't even pull up like that because he had me blocked, trying to get gas from the other pump. So I'm trying to pull up. He kind of blocking it, and then he get out to go. That's like he had pump 20. It's a big gas station like that. So he trying to go walk and pay for his gas, and I can't even pull up to reach my gas pump.
Yeah.
So when he walked past me, I'm like, "Burr," real happy. Hey, ooh, I can't fit. His initial reaction was like, yes, you can. You fit. You trying to show me I can fit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. So what he did was he got in front of my car with his back turned like, come on, let me guide you through. So I had got out, then got back in, trying to cooperate with him.
Here you go right there. So he's in the front, right?
So right before this, now, I'm bagging out what you showing. I'm bagging out because he's showing, I don't know what this point is, but before all this happened was, I couldn't get up in there.
Yeah.
And he was trying to like stand in front of my car and say, I'll guide you in.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I got back in. And when he did that, it wouldn't work. So I stopped and told him it won't work. Guess what he tried to do? He tried to get out and say, well, fuck you. I'm going to go pay for my gas. Now, this is where it picks up at.
All right, so let's press play on this bitch.
He's walking. See, that's him.
Yeah, he was in the front. He was.
You see me trying to cooperate? I'm trying to reason.
See, so he's right there in the front of your car. Look. Boom, and he's walking away.
Because he was trying to show me, you could fit, you could fit.
You can even see his little arm went like this, like,
yes,
who cares?
Yes, thank you. I'm trying to show him I can't fit, homie.
So, okay, so that's what it is right there. So,
look.
So hold on.
Thank you, Blue. Hey, look, this is my moment.
So why in the fuck would he even give a fuck after that,
This is what
bro?
I saw, BD. I see it now with my mind frame. But at that moment, I saw hands.
Yeah.
I just saw
hands. And in your space.
And I'm already like challenged. Yeah, thank you. So
not only that, bro, but even
he looks peaceful right there.
Yeah, he looks peaceful.
But at that moment, you couldn't really interpret what the hands raising meant.
Bro, if I'm trying to help somebody and it ain't working, I'm just walking away, my boy. I ain't gonna walk up and argue or tell you that. Man, I don't give a fuck.
He knew what I was telling him. He was supposed to get, what he refused to do was get in his car and readjust the way he pulled in.
Got you.
And that's why this happened, bro.
Boom. So look at who the fuck's that guy?
Remember before we got in here?
Yeah.
Remember the conversation we had?
Yeah.
That's why I love y'all. He don't know him.
Yeah.
He has no idea who the do you feel me?
Yeah, he should know who he is.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But look. You see how calm he is? He's saying.
Yeah, but he looks like he knows karate, dog.
But he's looking like, I'm gonna do this if you make me.
Yeah,
leave my people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't really know what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's just.
But laying hands on somebody though, bro,
Look at your boy at the ground. What are you doing?
He pointing.
I went to court. Guess what he was doing? He was in court with his hair slicked back. You remember the brush y'all used to have?
Yeah, the little thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He had his hair. When I got to court,
he had 3 flowers on.
What? He was G'd up in court. When I walked in, looking at me like, I said, "Bitch, you wasn't like."
Yeah.
He called on me. Look at him.
So, but the other guy, I have a problem with the other guy pushing you. You know, it's one thing to walk up and say, "Hey, my boy, let it, stop." But when you touch somebody, homie, that's a point of no return.
I'm gonna tell you about survival. Behind that purple shirt, it was about 8, 9 more of your people coming.
They come right now.
What? They didn't know each other. None of them knew each other, bro. That's
okay. So what happened right there, bro?
Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Is that somebody's phone?
This is on Alondra. No, fuck Alondra. This is on Alameda and Greenleaf or Artesia. Artesia, it's a big ass gas station right by Compton College. It's about 30 pumps. What it was my phone dropped.
Okay.
He found my phone.
And he threw it. He cracked it.
I didn't know that at the moment though, but yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I know why that fat bitch fucking.
That's his wife.
Yeah, and now I know why you try to take that phone away.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Look, pause it.
She got a phone in her hand.
In the midst of all this, you're gonna see a black lady drive by. She told me, "Don't get distracted, baby." She got your phone. She did like this.
Put it in her.
Yeah. So go ahead.
That's that lady right there.
Wait, she got pink pants. Her.
Yeah. That fat
That's his
bitch.
wife. Yep.
We call them bitches tortas.
Thank you. Say less. Remember, I already got off on him one time. Now stop. You see this? This black motherfucker with the bald head on his way to work happened to go in.
He's not a security guard for the place?
No, for someone else. He's on his way to work. But everybody respected his uniform. His uniform got the control
of everybody, yeah.
So I'm
yeah. Yeah, but you lucky he was black, fool.
No, well, guess what I tell him? Watch. You know what I got to tell him in his ear? That's what you believe me. I start telling him. Look.
Okay, so right there, look at the bitch taking the phone out of her pocket.
No.
Look at.
Yes, no, but look. Oh, look.
She's like, here's your phone, look.
No, what happened was, this what happened. Look, when I got to my car to start my keys, I looked and saw my phone on the ground, stumped.
Okay.
So I asked a few. See, what happened was, when the Mexicans first rushed me, I'm going to keep it a Google. What never got recorded off camera, it was so many Mexicans coming, I ended up doing one of these.
Yeah.
Running. And I seen some black niggas saying, "Hey, they trying to rush me, homie. They trying to rush me." It was only 2 blacks.
Yeah, because I see black people that pull up.
Yeah, but when they see me, they was like, who? And they started coming back to the situation saying, that's between them.
Okay, so they're mediating the shit.
Yeah,
okay.
So I pulled up. I don't know none of them. So when I pulled back up, like, let's get out, homie, me and you. He don't want that. But when all the shit go down, when I go look for my phones, one of the black dudes gave me my phone. It was shattered. I said, what happened to my phone? He said he stumped on it.
The bitch did at the beginning.
You saw, go ahead.
Yeah, at the beginning, she threw it on the floor.
See, I didn't even see that, but that's what I was told. He stumped on it.
So right there, what you doing? What are you doing?
No. So what happened? Remember I told you a black lady passed me. She said,
oh, she got your phone.
She said, don't get distracted, baby. She got your phone right here.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for she got your keys. I'm looking for my keys.
Yeah, because at the beginning, if we rewind it.
Blue Devil, I got a piss.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, bud.
Go ahead, I'll keep them entertained. Your headphones, fool. Hey, I hope you motherfuckers are having the time of your life. Hold on. Yo, salute to everybody in the building. Yo, Jessica in the building, salute. Member, Sage in the building. Member, you know, this is Haters Only Podcast, episode 14. I'm a little lost for words. I'm a little fucking, too much water maybe. Next Friday, we're going to have Lush in the building. Lush 1, formerly of No Jumper. So pull up next Friday. I'm not sure the fucking date, but we're going to have Lush 1 next Friday. You back? All right. All right, so to cut it short, because I don't want to dwell too much on this shit.
Say less, fool.
You don't fuck with Mexicans or what?
What? Stop it, man. I love Mexicans.
Hold on, your mic, fool.
My very best friend.
No, flip it like this.
My very best friend from high school, Bobby Montoya.
Hold on. I gotta ask the question again.
Yeah.
So I've been seeing in the chat, right, a lot of bullshit. I don't believe it, to tell you the truth. But I just gotta address it so motherfuckers can
Thank you.
get it out their fucking system, right? A lot of motherfuckers in the chat are saying that you don't fuck with Mexicans, bro. That you're racist against Mexicans.
I love that. Let me tell y'all something, bro. It was I remember hitting Wayside, right? Teenage years. Full-fledged, banged out, 9-7 East Coast neighborhood crip with all the racial profile. I'm with whatever. And as a youngster, I remember being in the Wayside Supermax at one point and looking at one of my high school best friends, Bobby Montoya, who was a Serrano by nature, but he happened to be from an Asian gang. We was going to school in Glendale. He turned Pinoy Real. We was kids, really, you feel me?
Yeah.
And he turned the Asian gang, and we wasn't really aware of what the future held about race. And, we were just dealing with our environment. We was going to school in Glendale. We was the bad kids. The popping shit out in Glendale was Asian shit. So my Sereno best friend in high school turned PR, Pinoy Real. He was an Asian gang member. But when he got, what happened when he got to the county jail?
Tell me.
He's a essay. He's Montoya.
Oh yeah.
He had to push.
You can't talk to him. Yeah.
So guess what happened? I'm in Supermax with one of my best friends. He's my best friend to this point. We going to school in Glendale, California, y'all. Suburbs, rich area. I'm getting on the bus stop to catch the bus home to Compton. What used to happen was while he was getting a ride from his mother, he'd see me on the bus stop. Whatever he told his mother about me, she would stop me. They lived in this side of town. His mama would pass the bus stop up and offer me a ride to Compton. As a kid, I would accept a ride with my partner. We would ride to Compton. I remember getting out the car and his mama saying bye. And I used to try to give her whatever money I would have that I would give on the bus to say thank you.
Yeah.
And she would deny it. So I would say, okay, you won't take it. And I would try to wait till she pull off and throw it in the car. You got to take it.
Yeah, now you got to take it, yeah.
She used to take she would go drive down the street, 4 or 5 houses, hunker her horn, brr, 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 and throw the money out.
Oh, shit.
It's my Sereno homie, Bobby Montoya, Pinoy Real, Glendale, Eagle Rock, Pasadena. Just so y'all know. He my age now. We on some grown shit. But this is my partner, my high school partner. So this who it was. So I graduated high school at 17. Half-ass private school, East Coast crip. People that know me, it's a half-ass thing.
Yeah.
But I ended up in Supermax, super banged out when it was super black on brown tension.
Yeah. Right.
Guess who come in the motherfucking dorm? My partner, Bobby Montoya. So what I had to experience was where I was heavy tension in the dorm. I'm 18. One of my best friends from high school, because even though he from an Asian gang, he full Sereno'd out. No question. And we finally did, I promise you, on all my kids, because I made sure eventually we sat on a table. Our TV was over there. Y'all TV was over there. We sat on a table where our hips was angled like this. I was looking at this TV. He was looking at this TV. And I told him, I said, check this out, homie. I ride with my people, my nigga. I said, ain't no love lost, but if it get cracking, I'm getting cracky on my people.
Yeah, well, facts. That's
And
what you gotta do.
he said, me too, fool. I'm like, all right, we gave ourselves a quick little dap.
Yeah,
I said, cuz, best I can say, if it get cracking, I'm gonna try to avoid you. He like, me too.
facts.
Swear to God, the dude devil on my mama. One night, we had an understanding that dorm because it was overflow. If a white boy came in, and if your people came in and he needed a bunk, and a white boy had a bunk, he had to give it up. If a black came in and needed a bunk, and a white boy had a bunk, he had to give it up. That's the understanding we had.
Facts.
The Woods was giving up their bunk if that was the only bunk available. So what happened was, one day, the Storiez, they regulated somebody, and my boy Bobby got rolled up out the dorm. The very next day, cuz, a white boy came in the dorm who was like kind of like trying to push Storiez, but he had some lightning bolt tattoos. He had 1,000 tattoos, and tucked up under him was some lightning bolts. He was a Wood, but he transferred over.
Yeah.
Swear to God, cuz, shout out Slug from Treetop, because I remember it was the only bed was available when it was a black nigga came in, and his cuz had a bed, and the homie tried to push up to the Storiez. He got to give up his bed. He a Wood.
That's not gonna happen.
But he rolled, and they tried to, it turned to a standoff. So it turned into a whole riot because your peoples, they roll with the white boy because he tried to ride with him, but he was really a Wood.
Damn. So all this shit that people are saying is just bullshit. Now, there is a video that people are saying, I haven't seen it. I don't know where it's at. Something about you rolling around Home Depot and punching people.
Home Depot?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't seen that one.
I don't think that was you though, bro. I don't know why people. I think that was 40 Glock.
No, 40 Glock has never punched nobody. Never. You know what? I got a Home Depot story I would love to tell, cause I had about $1,500, $1,700, $1,800 in my pocket.
I just wanted to get those questions out the fucking way.
I don't
You
mind.
feel what I'm saying?
I don't mind. I got a Home Depot story I love in my life because I remember me and Puto was in Home Depot in Compton. I had thousands in my pocket. But there was something I needed, like a charger to a drill.
Yeah.
And just because of the life, I felt I'm in there, I'm stealing something.
Yeah.
I didn't open up something, played it off to myself, looking at it. I didn't open up a package.
That's the problem, fool. When you're gonna steal, act like you're not gonna steal.
I played myself. I took the motherfucking charger out the box, package, looked at it, put it in my pocket. We walking around Home Depot, comfortable as fuck. I swear to God, I don't know who you is, homie, but you my nigga. Because I remember a black fool walked up on me. He was like, yo, SPI, what up? When the next mixtape coming out? He had an orange fucking vest on, Home Depot. And he just approached me like, yo, what's up? When your next mixtape coming out?
Mexican guy?
Black.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, it's coming out so-and-so and so-and-so. I was just flattered. He knew. I'm like, yeah, okay, woo-woo. And in a few minutes, he was like, hey, homie, I'm going to keep it real with you.
Take that out your pocket. Take that out your pocket. That's what he said?
He was like, man, they sent me to come gaff with you, man, but I can't do SPI, homie. He was like, man, I already know. Man, you know how quick I jumped that shit out of my pocket?
Fuck yeah. Imagine going to jail. Imagine the headlines, bro. Imagine the TMC headlines, bro. That'd be some bullshit.
I forget the homie name, but shout out to you, homie. Much love. I appreciate you for that. Cause they sent him to go get me. They had me on the cameras, I guess. And he walked over and played me, asked me about a mixtape. I'm feeling myself. Yeah, my next shit. He was like, SPI, bro. They came me to come rescue, bro. I can't do you though. I say, whoa.
Hey, I got a question. I got a fucking question. This is more on the current events. What do you think of this whole bullshit that's going on with C-Mac and his homeboys? And Lily Cakes and this whole back and forth drama and trying to fight and, friendly on friendly.
Man, this is what I can say. C-Mac is an anomaly. And what we talked about earlier on, the industry is not really set up to accept what our culture considers a hero or a champion and then make that the top of it. It seems to be going from the opposite end. If you can at all kind of like replicate our lifestyle, they want the least real version.
Yeah, the softy.
The softy.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to C-Mac has a experience that is we haven't seen before. you know, through the politics he went through, you could tell he's been through politics with his homies, with the DP. We kind of know where it started, where it began, where he used to be,
And where he's at now.
Where he's at now.
Facts.
And I think the fact that he's officially accepted by us and those that matter, when you blend that with all the things you don't quite understand, he's the best we got to ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Because nobody's really entertained by just a G who don't have nothing else. And dude is a character, man. He's been able to be himself and be successful regardless of what we consider typical talent or whatever. And I just try to support him, bro, as much as I can. He's done things that I don't agree with. He put me in crazy positions because I've introduced him to my children on FaceTime one day. Then the very next day, the same child is showing me something he's done that's like, But I love C-Mac because I wish the best for him. It's obvious that the deck was stacked against him in a lot of ways. He don't check.
He's been through a lot of shit.
He been through a lot of
shit out here.
He don't check all the typical boxes that we give props to, but I believe he check enough to where that if he get the right team around him, C-Mac can do everything we want anybody to do.
Facts.
Yeah, and I hope he do so.
Facts. Shout out to C-Mac.
Shout out to C-Mac, you already know.
He's inches away from blowing up.
It's right there, bro.
You know, it's right there. He just got to figure out what it is. Like his niche. He got to figure out his niche. Once he finds out the niche, bro, then, you know, the possibilities are endless.
Because before C-Mac, the only thing we ever seen close to this is Snoop Dogg. Somebody who can crip in every other word, and still have a mainstream appeal to where people don't consider the opposite. It's been Snoop Dogg. Now we got a C-Mac. And I just think C-Mac need the right people controlling the situation. And he has potential that we can't even imagine.
Facts. I got a question. You did a song with Mr. Criminal?
Shout out to Mr. Criminal back in the day because it was very controversial for me to be working with Criminal and High Power. I had politics with Doja. He was on top of the game. And Criminal was not only invited me to work with him, and he broke bread with me. He was also willing to be controversial on a song and diss Doja with me. So I don't know what y'all got going on. I know Criminal go through his ups and downs with the whole
Criminal
politics.
cool motherfucker, bro.
I got much love for Criminal cuz and the whole high power movement.
Yeah, Criminal cool as fuck. He got his
Fuck
podcast
the
going.
bitch boy. I need to get on that podcast, Criminal. What it do, Fully?
There you go, Criminal. This is a shout out to get a spider over there. But Criminal doing his thing. You know, I salute that. I salute the hard work. You know, he worked. You know, and he a legend when it comes to the Chicano rap game.
Indeed,
you know?
And when at a time, I can't say nothing, but on more occasions than once, Criminal and his crew kept it a thou wow Google with me. We broke bread, and I got love for them. They hard.
Yeah, there's nothing bad to say, bro. There's nothing bad to say about Mr. Criminal, but people were asking about that song. That was him featuring you or you featuring him?
Him featuring me.
Okay, so now...
We had separate politics with old boy. It just happened to be at the perfect timing.
So now I got a question off of that. How come is it that blacks never feature Mexicans, bro? And you can answer that more than anybody.
Well, I'm going to tell you personally and from my perspective, we look at Ice Cube and Crooked Eye, even Chino XL, or the people that get hailed as greats. For my lifestyle, when it comes to hip hop, the greats have been the people corrupt that have a mastery of the English language. And it translates to music as the people who know how to pop their shit in English the best. I think even Chicano...
Answer the question.
That's the thing. I think my thing is the appeal, Spanglish. The fact, the mastery of the English language and communication, I think it's not the lifestyle. Y'all know how to fuck bitches, get money, be fly, but communicating it in what we've been used to, there's nobody that's been enough Euro without that Spanglish. The speech impediment it's been a problem.
So you think that's what it is?
What? The cadence? Who do you know Espanol that just got bars?
Yeah. But my question was, why is it that the black homies, the black rappers like yourself, never feature a Mexican?
I got
The way that Mexicans feature
I got
blacks.
songs that features because the actual culture is a black thing from perception. It's ours. And even when the Mexican who hard, whatever he doing, he thinking, I'm trying to get in rap. When you think of rap, it's a black thing.
Yeah.
So it's like more so anybody that's cracking, whether you black, white, orange, or blue, the people you're going to be reaching to collab with are people that's popping that happen to be black.
Okay.
There's not many essays that blacks can look at like, he popping, I want to fuck with him. Believe you me, you know how y'all feel up. Y'all are now popping in every other category.
Now it's different.
From business to really, y'all in Southern California, y'all filling all those spaces.
Yeah.
Guess what? Any of those people reach out to a black to collaborate, guess what they're going to do?
Tell me.
Collaborate immediately. Now that rap has turned, remember rap went from Andre 3000, Eminem, Ice Cube.
You beating away from the question, my guy.
What's the question? Help me out.
So Mr. Criminal can pay you for a feature, right?
Yes.
Could you pay Mr. Criminal for a feature?
No.
Why?
Multiple reasons. The reason why I would put a price on my performance is because of my mastery of the English language. Is what caused me to be a rapper, because I feel like I had a mastery on this set of words. I know rap has gotten bigger than that, because now you could just be nobody and get a cadence and a beat. But what got me into rapping and poetry was my mastery of the English language to a level where I thought the average person didn't have. So I set myself at a certain level. So it was Mr. Criminal at that point couldn't get me because he couldn't impress me, or he could have if he could impress me. What I did respect was a business approach.
Yeah.
But as far as the MC level, it was so competitive. There was nobody that was ESL. ESL could never beat me. You had to be English first. Because my whole approach was how well you understood the language and how well you could manipulate the words and make them rhyme and still make sense. Those are the elements that caused me to be involved in this shit. So it was very difficult for someone who didn't first have an extreme mastery of the English language to impress me.
So right now at this point, because now rap is different than it was when Criminal got you. Rap now sounds more like
anybody could get it.
Black rap, I guess you would say.
Yes.
Would you pay somebody now for a feature, or is that still a no?
Yes, but they would have to be so established to where.
King Little G, would you pay King Little G?
If I was in a situation with a budget, I gotta, like right now when I think about doing a Beautiful World remix, my mind is, if it's not King Little G, somebody of that style to be one of the verses.
Yeah.
Because blue, y'all color blue, our color blue.
Same.
And if you Southern California, if you going Beautiful, it would make sense.
Facts.
So someone like King Little G, that type would be considered. If I had a budget and was really gonna make, that's what I would do it with.
Now, do you think that all black rappers think like you when it comes to
No.
Because listen, it's very rare when you hear that a black rapper featured someone, but you go and look at Mr. Capone, he done featured everyone, bro. Like every black he's had Lazy Bone, he had Little Flip on his label, Spice One. He had almost every black rapper you can think of, but I've never heard of a black rapper reaching down and saying, you know what, Capone, let me get you on the record.
If I go through the TheHaterWorld catalog and Blue Devil catalog, even the content that he covers, and if I try to balance of how much essay content versus black content.
Facts.
It's just the culture.
Facts.
It's just the industry, bro. That's all. If at any moment your cousins and your brothers was making an equal amount of presence, I think that's our problem as a people. We would give you equal consideration, equal coverage. That's our problem.
So what you're saying is that the Southsiders, the homies, the Chicano rap hasn't hit that peak yet.
No. As soon as niggas, just think about it. As soon as niggas that's off all the drugs that they be on, off all the liquor and all that, hear something that they relate to, they're not going through all this thought process of who's saying it and all that. Once they hear it, they like it.
Yeah.
They just ain't quite hit it yet.
So it's not there yet.
Nah, you need the right Mexican doing the perfect nigga shit that they gonna love it. That's all you need.
So that's what's your advice then for a motherfucker that
To a Chicano,
yeah,
I hate to say it,
stop rapping?
no. Be the best nigga you could be. Your boy, he got the right idea. He just kind of corny. I ain't gonna say his name.
Oh, okay.
SB.
Okay,
You feel me?
got you.
It's just like he got the
He do too much.
Too much.
Too much.
But his politic was perfect because he's somebody that can say the N-word and get away with it to where he don't betray his culture, he don't offend ours. That's
Yeah.
kind of like what it takes. But he's so extra that it don't be accepted right.
Now, do you think that Chicano rap needs to be accepted by the black homies?
I think it's inevitably coming.
They have to be. They have to
coming.
be stamped in order to make it in the game.
No, but I think it's gonna. I don't know because I think what's gonna happen. I don't think that if you look at Power 106, K-Day, you think of them as black rap hip hop, but there's no black DJ. If you look at a picture of their programming, everybody is Asian or Hispanic.
Yeah.
So even though in theory our music sets the trend, when it comes to the gatekeepers, it's not us.
Yeah.
I remember Lighter Shade of Brown. Like if they was popping now,
Nah, but well, do you do remember Brownside? They got signed by Eazy-E.
what was the big song?
But Lighter Shade of Brown, it was Sunday Afternoon.
That was the one.
Yeah,
On the sun,
it was for me. It
the
was
homie.
I don't.
It was super commercial.
Or Kid Frost.
Kid Frost was the one.
Yeah,
He
that
was the one.
that was the one. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one. But Lighter Shade of Brown was after Kid Frost. It was more commercial.
Yeah, it was.
But I remember
You like I said right now. You
Period
do
Lo Pocos K-Day.
Pocos Pero Locos. Yeah.
It was always too much Latino.
Yeah.
It was just too much.
There was, could you say that about it being too much black rap?
But only if we're trying to appeal to the Latinos.
Throw it in your face.
Yeah, if we come into Mexico or to where y'all at and say here, it's too much. Cause when y'all have parties, y'all don't care what niggas like about y'all party. Y'all party about how your uncle, your auntie, cousin, Theo, T.I. That's how we feel, whatever the song is.
Yeah.
You don't care how much it replicates our shit. But there is, because of the way, the influence we had on the culture, now there's a portion of your 30, 40 and under, you can't eliminate our experience.
Yeah, facts.
Because you got the Dr. Dre, the whole, it's part of the shit. So
Yeah.
now, when I go to a motherfucking Dog Pound concert in Hollywood, it's 90% SA, 10% black, bro.
No, it's been like that for a very long time.
For 20 years.
Yeah.
There's no black hip hop in LA getting supported without y'all.
Facts.
Shit. Lowrider shows. It's not a bunch of blacks paying black niggas to come to a lowrider show to perform. It's the essays.
But we're a guest in the house of hip hop.
Technically.
But yeah, we make we provide the majority of the money.
You're right.
That's some bullshit.
Well, it's a bullshit if it's not acknowledged and respected.
Well, in Cali, I think it is because blacks know the whole Cali lifestyle. But outside of Cali, I don't think so though, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like New York motherfuckers look at like Cali Mexicans like, who the fuck
You know
are they?
why? Because they're Latinos, the Puerto Ricans, have never had the clash conflict that we went through and stood they own to demand that respect.
Facts.
They're less of opposites and more of the same. So if you beef with a Puerto Rican brother, it's just like beefing with a brother.
Yeah, like beefing with a black.
It's not like beefing with the other side.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
The cultures are almost identical.
But
You know what I
there's
mean?
a slight difference to where it's a disconnect. But they're identical, like you say. But I think it's more love over there.
Yeah, between
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really had that much love for New York music. Sorry, it's just me though. Like,
Me either. I'll have my picks. And to be totally honest, my favorite New York verse before I ever heard of all the verses was AZ on Nas' album, Life's a Bitch and Then You Die, when he said, visualizing the realism of life and actuality, fuck who's the baddest, a person's status depends on salary. And my mentality is money orientated. I destined to live a dream for all my peeps who never made it. Cause yeah, We were beginners in the hood as 5%ers, but something must have got in us because all of us turned to sinners. Now some resting in peace and some are sitting in San Quentin. That's what fucked me up when this New York nigga said San Quentin.
Yeah, but that's a guy, isn't it?
It's AZ.
Yeah.
He the only nigga that ever out-rap Nas on one of his
Yeah,
own
but
projects.
San Quentin, he's not talking about the
He
prison.
talking our shit, yeah.
He is?
Yeah, that's how long New York niggas been trying to relate with us, bro. Yeah. Shout out to the whole NY, though.
Shout out. Listen, I think we done, dog.
I know we done.
We've been here 3 motherfucking hours.
Shout out to the homegirl, Lil Riri, Siates, who in the cut, who here with me, who was not able to appear on camera, but she brought me. I wanted to introduce y'all to her because she got a platform that coming. Shout out to Blue Devil in the Haters World.
Anything you want to say? Anything that I left out? Anything that you want to like touch up on
Just
real
let me
quick?
know when I'm coming back, BD. That's all.
You already know. Salute to everybody in the building. Once again, rewind to the beginning so you can hear his Instagram and his Facebook and all that shit.
Instagram, Spotalope, Most Easty, the number 7, follow up. And then YouTube, youtube.com/Spotalope Most Easty.
Salute to everybody that was in this live. You guys already know Haters Only Podcast, episode 14, and we out.
Woo!
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
M16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no breaks on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, TheHaterWorld, where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the track.